This program is supported by REH King's Empire Corporation.
Ang sigaw ng Pinoy Nation. Information and education. Ating salaopin, ipakita natin ang sa problema natin. Ano sa palagay nyo? Ano sa palagay nyo? Ano sa palagay nyo?
Magandang Friday po sa inyong lahat. It's a beautiful Friday. Miss Ricky, like you.
Like you also.
Nako, talaga na naman. Bumalik
Diba?
na naman ang Mutual Admiration
Oh,
Society.
in fairness, hindi lang ako nagsabing beautiful tayo, kahit si Obet.
Aba. Okay, magandang ano yan, way to start our Friday morning because it's my favorite day, weekend na.
Yes.
Nako, makakapagpahinga na tayong lahat dahil nga talagang ano, itong buong linggo, ang daming mga pangyayari.
Correct.
Oh, diba?
Oo.
Natapos na ba o paumpisa pa lang ang
Paumpisa
Senate
pa lang
race?
yata.
Paumpisa pa lang. Season 2, Book 2. O, di ba? Anyway, magandang umaga everyone. Today is June 19 at alam natin mga Rizalista, yung mga mahihilig sa history. Today is a special day because it is the birthday of our national hero, Jose Pepe Rizal.
Si Pepe, no? Kaya dami may nickname na Pepe.
Oo, Pepe, di ba? It would have been his 165th birthday.
Wow.
Lolong-lolo
Ano
na.
kaya kung nabubuhay pa siya ngayon,
Oo. Ano na kaya itsura niya?
Di ba? Kung nabubuhay pa siya ngayon, ano kaya feeling ko magiging vlogger si Gat Jose
Vlogger,
Rizal.
oo.
Or, di ba, tagapagtaguyod ng katotohanan.
Abogado yun. Magiging
Oo.
abogado, sure ako. Di ba? So, happy birthday po sa ating national hero. Walang iba ko hindi si Jose Rizal.
Joe.
Oh, ha?
Si Joe.
Si Joe.
Si Joe.
Okay.
Isang araw para po alalahanin ang kanyang tapang, talino at syempre yung pagmamahal niya sa bayan.
Correct.
Na patuloy na nagbibigay inspirasyon sa bawat Pilipino, lalong-lalo na sa mga kabataan. Mula sa kanyang mga akda hanggang sa kanyang mga adhikain, buhay na buhay pa rin ang mga aral ni Rizal sa kasalukuyan.
Oo, di ba? Okay. Kaya mamaya balikan po natin ang kanyang makulay na buhay at ang kanyang hindi matawarang ambag sa ating kasaysayan. Makakausap po natin mamaya ang 6th generation descendant.
Wow.
So ano to? Apo sa tuhod
Hindi,
at 60.
tuhod, talampakan. Tuhod, talampakan.
Ilang
Ano ba
tuhod?
sa ilalim ng talampakan? Wala na.
Di ba? 6th descendant po ni Dr. Jose Rizal. Plus may special feature yan po tayo sa ating pambansang bayani.
Buti pa si
Ayan.
Jose Rizal, may mga descendants. Si Andres Bonifacio, wala akong makita, no?
Emilio Aguinaldo meron rin
Meron,
diba?
oo.
Yung asawa ni Bernadette Sembrano.
Talaga ba?
Isem Aguinaldo,
Oh,
yes.
talaga pala,
Yung mga
ha?
Abaya, yung mga
Oo.
dating sina Secretary Abaya, ano rin yun, mga descendants ni Emilio Aguinaldo.
Cavite ba sila?
Cavite,
Kaya
correct.
mga matatapang daw talaga yung tao dyan sa Cavite.
Okay. Ano pa, Ricky?
Ito pa, mga kanyan 25. Isa pang bayani sa larangan naman ng sports.
Uy!
Walang iba kundi si Filipino tennis ace Alex Ayala dahil tinalo niya ang world number 2 lang naman na si Elena Rybakina ng Kazakhstan sa score na 7-5, 6-4 sa WTA 500 Berlin Tennis Open itong Biyernes na madaling araw.
Congratulations!
Naselyuhan ni
Talaga.
Alex ang kanyang pwesto sa quarterfinals ng prestigyosong torneo. Kaya congratulations at mabuhay ka, Alex Ayala.
Ayan, win-win-win kay Alex Ayala. Talagang napakagaling na bata yan. Maganda na, magaling pa.
Tsaka mukhang mabait siya.
Mabait na bata, di ba?
Diba?
Ano siya, maano sa mami niya eh.
Ayun.
Di ba? Mommy's girl talaga siya. Okay, Ricky, alam mo ba na nalampasan na po ng United States ang South Korea bilang top source ng ating mga international tourist arrivals sa ating bansa ngayong taon. So, mas marami ng mga kano kaysa sa mga Koreano.
Marami na afam.
Marami na mga kano ang nausad na nila yung mga Koreano pagdating po dito sa ating turismo. Ayon po ito sa datos ng tourism sector. Matagal na pong nangunguna ang South Korea sa bilang po ng mga turistang bumibisita dito sa Pilipinas. Ngunit ngayon nga ay nangingibabo na ang merkado ng Estados Unidos.
I wonder why.
Because their dollar goes a long, long way. Imagine, 61 plus, umabot nga sa 62, di ba? Ang ibig sabihin nito, lumalakas na talagang interest ng mga Amerikano na bumahe dito sa ating bansa. I wonder kasi if this data is yung mga Americans talaga or because marami tayong mga kababayan
Oo.
na nasa
Hindi,
Amerika.
no? Na nagbalik-bayan.
Nagbalik-bayan, dual citizen.
Tama,
So paano
tama.
yung bilang, di ba?
Oo.
Paano nila binilang? Okay, anyway, that's our very good news today to start your Friday morning. So sa mga nakikinig po sa amin sa Radio Aguila 1062, samahan nyo kami ni Ricky Girl hanggang alas 10. At syempre, di ba, hindi natin pwede palampasin na wala tayong joke.
Oy, in fairness, Pati, ang balita ko, si Boss Vince daw ng...
Vincent ko?
Oo, ng Pure Gold.
Oh.
Mukhang tuwang-tuwa sa ating joke.
Yung Farmer Sanchez.
Yes. So, tuwang-tuwa
Sana humingi ka sa kanya ng joke.
Hindi, feeling ko nga magdo-donate yata siya sa best
Magdo-donate.
joke ng mga aling purings grocery bag.
Magpapag-contest ba tayo?
Oo, pwede. Kaya
Oh.
dapat galingan natin mag-joke.
Pag-joke, o sige.
Ay, galingan mo ha, timing mo.
O ito, pasintabi ulit. Nako, alam mo, mahilig itong staff namin sa mga kalbo jokes
Bakit kaya? Siguro yung gumagawa kalbo, no?
Yung production staff, ilan doon ang kalbo?
Ay, ilan ba? Balita ko nga, sabi ni Direk, ayaw na niya pumasok ngayon.
Ayaw na niya po ba? O, in fairness naman to Direk. Si Direk Ed naman, meron namang buhok.
Ay, actually, baby hair si Direk.
Oo, meron siyang buhok. Yung talagang totally kalbo, total eclipse of the kalbo, ay si Obet.
Obet.
Yun na talagang inaahit, di ba? Para clean shaven.
Pero giniginaw kaya siya?
Ay,
Mas
giniginaw
giniginaw
daw
sila
sila.
kasi walang protection,
Oo, yung
ano?
bunbunan nila, oo, di ba?
Para mga baby.
Para mga baby. O, ito na ang una naming joke sa mga kalbo. Bakit bawal daw mag-jacuzzi ang mga kalbo?
Bakit?
Ako, ito, kawawa naman. Kasi magmumukha daw silang squid ball. Ano kaya masarap na sausawan?
daw yung presidente natin.
Daw pati yung presidente natin.
I'm so sorry. Ito, wala to dito. Pero dahil naisip mo yan, anong tawag sa kalbong naka-hairnet?
Ano?
Eh di microphone.
O anong tawag sa pasta na paborito ng mga kalbo?
Ano?
Eh di carbonara. O, di ba? O, sige, dali. Bilisan mo. O,
Ano ka ba ito? Ano naman tawag sa langka na mag-isa?
eh di, lang kasama.
Alam niya yun!
O, ano?
Alam na, hindi ko ma-deliver na maayos, kaya kinuha yan.
O, sige. O, ito.
Ito. Ano ang kabaligtaran ng kaluluwa?
Ano?
Eh di kalulunok.
Ha? Paano explain? Laos.
Ay, si Kuya dati galing yung joke na yun. Bahala
Laos.
ka, wala magbibitbit ng bag mo. Tawa.
O, ito. Maganda ito. O, sa Japan, wala daw day and night.
Ha? Bakit?
Kasi doon daw sa Japan, puro hapon. Walang day and night, puro hapon lang. Okay.
Hindi ko alam kung matutuwa po ang ating sponsor na si Sir Vincent.
Okay. O, ikaw, ano?
Okay. Since Rizal Day ngayon, alam mo ba, Patpi?
Ano?
May lahing Koreano pala si Rizal.
Ha? Ano yun? Alam ko, may Chinese blood siya. Di ba? Siyempre, Pilipino. Paano siya nagka-Korean blood?
Eh, mas Korean siya.
Dahil?
Kasi di ba ang full name niya ay Rizal Park. Napansin ko yan ah. Bakit yung stinger ko? Ano? Parang paano yan?
Rizal Park. So ano niya? Kamag-anak niya ni Sandara?
Yes! Hindi ko sila... Teka lang, unfair yan ha. Bakit kapag si Papi yan nag-joke kahit corny?
Mas magaling ako mag-deliver ng joke. I'm sorry talaga.
It's the material, I say. It's the material. O, may bonus ako.
Ano bonus mo? Sige, sige.
Pwede pa full.
Para ma-redeem mo ang sarili mo.
Ito, galing sa akin tong joke na doon. Naku, sana maganda.
Oh, sige. Okay, abangan natin.
Kasi
Oh,
kailangan
sige.
to.
Oh.
Patpi, magaling ka sa Tagalog, di ba?
Hindi.
Ayusin mo. Pag dito sa Tagalog.
Alin? Which part?
This one.
Calves.
Yung Tagalog
Ay,
nga.
I'm sorry. I don't know what it is in Tagalog.
What? Oh my
What is
God.
it?
It's called binti.
Binti is this? Ano ka ba?
Hita yan!
Ah, hita.
Alam mo, napakadaya. Sino ba itong stinger natin?
Galit pa. Hindi.
Hita.
Binti. Okay.
Binti. So,
Okay.
again.
Oh,
Ano
sige.
tawag dito?
Binti.
Paano kapag... sorry.
Oh.
Pag ganyan, ang tawag dyan?
Cruz binti.
Hindi.
Ano?
Kurinta.
Ano?
20. Grabe na to.
Ano daw?
20, 40. Sa gitna, 30. Ayoko na nga. Mag-joke ka kayo.
Wala. Laos itong si Ricky. Ricky, ano ka na lang, weather girl ka na lang mamaya.
Ay, amin yun, tatawa kayo. Grabe.
Pinagtatawanan ka namin, hindi
I
yung
know
joke
that.
mo.
Diba? Sabi nga ni Jovi, barangay.
Ano?
Sabi niya,
Ano?
talaga nakakatawa daw ako. Sabi niya, dahil dyan, meron siyang pandesal sa akin bukas.
Walang bukas,
Kaya
wala
nga.
tayo bukas. Okay, anyway, bago kung saan pa mapunta ito, baka mamaya si Ricky umiyak na dahil hindi siya marunong talaga mag-deliver ng joke. Pero like I said, nananawagan po kami sa inyo na sana po mag-contribute, 'di ba? Magbigay kayo ng mga jokes para masaya po namin uumpisaan yung araw.
Tama.
At i-credit namin kayo.
Kasi naman, talaga naman nakaka-stress tab nga. Kumbaga,
stress
yung mga nakaka-stress drill on.
Oo,
Diba? Yung
stress drill on talaga.
Talaga yung mga nangyayari sa atin. So kahit paano naman, magbigay tayo ng saya sa isa't isa.
Maski na panandalian lang, di ba? Yung matawa ka lang ng masarap na bonggang-bongga,
Ayun,
na naluluha ka, kakabagin ka sa kakatawa.
At nakaka-lose yun ng calories, ang pagtawa.
Okay. Aside from our jokes, meron pa rin tayong mga super panalo news. Umpisa natin mula sa pagbebenta po ng candy at gulay nung bata pa siya hanggang maging internationally recognized scientist sa England. Di ba? Sa England lang naman. Ang journey po ni Dr. Ramon Maluping. Ayan. Ano yung kwento po ni Dr. Maluping? Lumaki siya sa hirap matapos mawalan po ng ina sa murang edad. Pero imbis na sumuko, ayan, syempre, mas nagsipag siya mag-aral. Naging top student siya. Nakapasok sa UP bilang kauna-unang college student sa kanilang pamilya. At nagtrabaho pa siya sa isang laundry shop at library para lang makaraos. O, di ba? So, working student pa siya. Okay. At ito ayon po sa kwento, ilang araw bago siya tumulak sa University of Cambridge bilang prestigious Gates Cambridge Scholar, nawalan pa siya ng paningin sa isang mata.
So he's like partially blind?
Yes, because of a detached retina.
Grabe ang pagsubok nitong si Doc.
Pero, syempre, hindi England at kinikilalang huwarang OFW. At kahit malayo na ang narating, hindi pa rin niya nakakalimutan ang kanyang pinagmulan at kasalukuyan po nagtatrabaho pa rin. Alam niyo kung bakit?
Bakit?
Upang makapagbigay daw siya ng mga scholarship sa mga estudyanteng hindi kayang makapag-aral dahil sa kahirapan.
Good.
Diba? Wala kang masasabi dyan kay Dr. Ramon Maluping. Saludo kami sa iyo. Dapat talaga may your tribe increase.
Yes.
Marami ka sana pa talagang matulungan ng mga scholar para talagang mapaganda nilang mga buhay nila, ng pamilya nila. At syempre sana, maski na papaano, ay magbalik sila ng dito sa ating bansa.
Kasi sabi nga nila, di ba, lahat ng rangya mo dito, lahat ng iyong achievements sa mundo, makakalimutan niya eventually. Pero halimbawa, just make a difference with one life. Isang buhay lang yung talagang maapektuhan na mag-ayos. Is talagang, ayun na yung magandang legasiya. Speaking of UP, congratulations to UP kasi bukod sa naging #1 ang University of the Philippines sa buong Pilipinas as the #1 school according to the latest QS survey.
Kahapon nabasa ko yan.
Happy 118th founding
118
anniversary
na.
sa
Nako.
UP.
Ayan, congratulations sa ating alma mater.
Yes. So, para po sa bayan. Ayan,
Para sa bayan. Mga scholar.
Mga scholar ng bayan. Sana po yung mga scholar ng bayan. Kausap ko si President Gigil Jimenez. Ang gusto talaga sana natin ay muling maibalik ng mga scholar ng bayan, yung kanilang mga natutunan sa lipunan. Kasi minsan naliligaw. Sa lahat naman ng lugar.
Lahat naman talaga.
Sa lahat naman, meron
lahat
dyan.
may mga ligaw.
Pero kailangan lang natin talaga minsan maalala kung ano yung pinag-aralan natin. Di ba, Papi?
Correct. Ano pa? Can you beat my story?
Of
Okay.
course.
What
Kung
is
di ko man
yours?
ikaw mabit sa joke. Akin naman. Kung sa'yo, sa Earth lang.
Yeah.
Aba, yung sa akin, umabot ng kalawakan.
Kalawakan?
Kalawakan. You know, kalawakan.
No, I know kaliwaan.
Kalawakan is wide kasi malawa.
Okay.
Hindi, kalawakan is space.
Space.
Ayan.
Okay.
So, mula po sa inspiring story ng isang Pinoy scientist. Ito naman. Isang Pinay
Pinay.
educator na literal
teacher.
na umabot hanggang kalawakan ang impluensya. Hindi man planeta ha, pero hindi rin biro ang karangalang natanggap ni Dr. Joseph Bio. Isang asteroid lang naman sa main belt ng solar system ang pinangalan sa kanya. Yan ay ang 13241 Bio bilang pagkilala sa kanyang natatanging kontribusyon sa science education. Alam ba, Pati, si Dr. Bio,
Doktora Bio,
kauna-unahang Asian teacher. Not just Filipino, but Asian. So, ibig sabihin, tinalo niyo mga taga Singapore, China, Japan, na tumanggap ng Intel International Excellence in Teaching Award. Kaya naman hanggang outer space, umabot ang kanyang
Imagine, yung name, ang planet after you.
Asteroid,
asteroid.
And for them who have worked so hard all their lives, talagang ito yung pinaka, kumbaga, famous.
Famous award,
diba?
correct. Sasabihin mo sa mga apo mo, si Doktora, do you know that asteroid there? You see to your right, the one below that?
That's me!
That's me! That's the Bio!
Kaya para sa maraming estudyante, ang kwento niya ay paalala na ang passion sa pagtuturo at pagmamahal sa agham ay pwedeng magdala ng inspirasyon saan mang panig na mundo or in her case, in the universe.
Ayan, imagine an asteroid named after you.
Diba?
That's very...
She looks very nice. Pinakita mo siya,
nakakatawa.
napipaint pa siya.
Parang talaga yung maternal, yung mukha niya. Proud ka magiging lola. Lola ko yan!
Oo nga, diba? At alam mo, trivia lang ha, I think there's more than like a 1.4 million na heavenly bodies sa solar system natin. Imagine, isang Pinay.
Isang Pinay,
Hanggang doon.
pinangalan
Kaya
sa
naman
kanya.
talagang kahanga-hanga po. Saludo po kami sa iyo. Sana ma-meet natin siya.
Si Dr. Bio. Okay, speaking of inspiring stories, isang bagong graduate naman po ang hinangaan online dahil po sa kanyang determinasyon at magandang pananaw sa buhay. Trending online po si Faith Agustin, ang ganda ng kanyang pangalan, Faith Agustin, at ibinahagi niya ang kanyang journey bilang bagong graduate ng Bachelor of Science in Community Development sa Cotabato, ayan sa Mindanao. Bakit? Marami pong na-inspire sa kanyang kwento dahil sa kabila ng mga insecurities at personal na struggles. Ayan makikita ninyo sa inyong TV, hindi siya huminto sa pag-abot ng kanyang diploma. At mas lalo pang naging espesyal ang graduation day niya nang makatanggap siya ng full scholarship para sa civil service exam mula kay Carl Balita. Ayan, kay Suki natin, kaibigan natin. At sa kanyang mensahe, aminado si Faith na hindi niya inaasang mapapansin siya. Pero labis ang kanyang pasasalamat sa pagkakataon at sa lahat ng sumuporta sa kanya. At higit sa lahat, inalay niya ang tagumpay sa kanyang mga magulang na naging sandigan niya sa buong pag-aaral. So you can see medyo may
deformity.
may deformity
So yung mga
mukha
nakikinig
niya.
po sa atin sa radyo, ayan, kung di nyo nakita si Faith, parang nagkaroon siya ng aksidente siguro.
Aksidente ba
I wonder
yan?
what happened to her.
Hindi na Pero whatever it is, if you're, kung hindi nyo kung nakikinig lang po kayo sa amin, talagang hindi katakataka kung bakit magkakaroon siya ng maraming insecurity, di ba? Kasi nga, hindi yung, kumbaga, hindi yung natural.
Hindi yung,
may
normal.
Hindi
na
normal.
nakikita natin, di ba, sa ating kapoy na sa kanya.
So faith, keep the faith pa rin.
Yes, ang ganda
diba?
ng pangalan niya,
bagay sa kanya. Faith. Yeah.
Alam ba kaya ito rin, it's paalala po sa atin na we have to learn to appreciate yung mga simpleng bagay na meron tayo. Halimbawa na sa akin, naiisip ko na, kailangan ko ba ng operasyon?
Praning ka na. Okay.
Yan na. At mula sa achievement ng isang bagong graduate, usapang world-class man tayo this time sa produktong Pinoy. Ang target makilala sa buong mundo. Actually, bago pa nila pag-usapan, pinag-uusapan na natin to. Kasi leveling up na talaga ang sikat na ubi kinampay ng Bohol. Ayan.
Ubi kinampay?
Ayan di ba? Nag-apply na ang provincial government ng Bohol para sa Geographical Indication o GI registration ng kanilang world-famous ube. Layunin nitong kilalanin at protektahan ang natatanging kalidad, lasa, aroma at cultural heritage ng Bohol. Ubi kinampay. Isa po yung root crop na kilala sa natural nitong violet na kulay at rich flavor. Kapag naaprubahan, mapoprotektahan ang pangalan nito laban sa mga peking produkto at maling paggamit ng pinagmulan nito. Ibig sabihin yan, kapag sinabing ubi kinampay ng Bohol, legit na Bohol talaga. World-class ube, proudly Pinoy.
Ang laki niya, no? Ang laki ng ube na yan. Kinampay. So, kailangan, kumbaga,
Trademark
na nila yan, di ba? So, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na kung ube kinampaya pero hindi naman pala galing.
Parang I think ganyan yung nangyari sa sukang kinurat ng Cebu. Kasi yung kaibigan ko, si Vina Morales, nung pandemya, gumawa siya ng negosyo niya. In fairness to her, talaga nasipag si Vina ng negosyante. Tapos ilagay niya sukang kinurat. Tapos nagkaroon parang ng legal battle.
Kasi meron nang
nag-trademark na. Pero para kasi sa kanila, na lumaki ng Cebu, o laki ng Bisaya, it's a normal thing.
It's a generic term.
So kaya ayan, ano din yung
dapat
lesson?
nga, kailangan nyo talaga, kung feeling ninyo, may ownership kayo dyan, iparehistro nyo na kaagad, ipapatent nyo na. Yun.
Teka lang, pero alam ba, nalungkot ako, may nabasa ako nung isang araw. Alam ba, ang Pilipinas, nag-import na tayo ng ube sa Vietnam?
Dahil nga sa sobrang demand.
Pero diba, dapat matagal na natin yan.
Hindi, alam mo naman tayo mga Pilipino.
We're so reactive.
Bisa talagang Pilipino. Like, di ba there was a time nung talagang nagkauso ng yung sugpo, yung mag-farming ng sugpo. Ang dami nagpunta sa farming, tapos wala, bumagsak yung negosyo, yung sugpo. O tapos coconut, di ba? Maraming nata de coco.
Yun na, di ba?
Uso. So dapat talaga, alagaan natin para talagang long term, hindi yung pananandalian lang.
Consistency is key. Diba? Di pa paano yan? Baka naman maungusan pa tayo ng Vietnam. Nauna dyan.
Anyway, weather girl, since you don't know how to deliver jokes properly, siguro naman, yung panahon, kayang-kaya mo.
I am standing by the fact na yung materyales
sige.
Hindi yung delivery. Ito na. Malalaman po ang status ng ating panahon ngayon. Inaasahang magiging ganap ng bagyo ang low pressure area or LPA na namataan sa silangan ng Eastern Visayas ngayong weekend. Ayan, yung mga Bisaya na kaibigan po natin dyan. Ayon sa pag-asa, posibleng maging isang tropical cyclone ang naturang LPA at pumasok sa Philippine Area of Responsibility. Kasi kahapon, di ba, Patpi, hindi pa sila sure kung magiging bagyo. Ito, sure na. Kaya, talagang tatawagin na itong Francisco.
Si Francisco.
Diba?
Si Kiko.
Huli itong namataan sa line 2,110 kilometers east of Eastern Visayas as of 3 a.m. this morning. Taglay po nito ang lakas ng hangin na aabot sa 55 kilometers per hour malapit sa sentro. At pagbugso ng hangin na aabot sa 70 kilometers per hour. Kumikilos ito pa westward sa bilis na 15 kilometers per hour. Inaasahang kikilos ito pa hilagang bahagi ng karagatan at tutungo naman sa direksyon ng Japan sa mga susunod na araw. Bagamat hindi inaasahang maglalandfall, palalakasin ito ang southwest monsoon o habagat. Ayan, joint forces sila na magdadala po ng pag-ulan sa ilang bahagi ng Pilipinas. Samantala, makararanas naman ng Metro Manila, Visayas, Central Luzon, Calabar Zone, Mimaropa at ang Bicol Region ng bahagya maulap hanggang sa maulap na kalangitan na may pulupulong pag-ulan o pagkulog pagkidlat. Epekto naman po yan ng easterlies. Ganito rin ang mararanasan ng natitirang bahagi ng bansa at epekto naman po yan ng localized thunderstorms. Samantala, nasa 34.2 degrees Celsius ang maximum temperature ngayong araw. Mas maaga na mararanasan mamayang tanghaling tapat, alas 11 po ng umaga. Ang sunset naman ay mamayang 6:27 ng gabi. At kahit tag-ulan, napatuloy pa rin nakararanas ng danger level heat index ang ilang lugar sa bansa, partikular na dyan sa Cavite, sa Quezon at sa Rizal. Ilalim nito o sa ilalim po ng danger level, pwedeng maranasan again ang heat cramps and heat exhaustion. Pwedeng humantong sa heat stroke ang patuloy na pagkababad sa init. Kaya, ugaliin po nating uminom ng tubig at iwasan mabilad sa araw, lalo na sa tanghali hanggang alas 5 ng hapon.
Ayan, talaga. Dapat magbaon ng tubig, huwag tayo magbibilad sa araw, maglagay ng sunblock, di ba? Ayun ang mga protekta na panangga. Ayan, laban sa sakit. Okay, good news po sa ating mga motorista. Nako, kaya kahapon, binabasa ko ito. Sabi ko, wow, sana talaga tuloy-tuloy na. Dahil base po sa 3 araw na price monitoring po sa world market, lahat po, all, walang exemption, lahat po ng presyong produktong petrolyo ay bumaba. Day 3 update na po, presyo sa world market. Ito po ay mula June 15 hanggang June 17. Ang diesel, ayan na, ang estimate na po nila, 9 pesos and 40 centavos kada litro ang binaba. Habang ang gasolina, 5 pesos and 90 centavos kada litro. At ang kerosene, 10 pesos and 20 centavos kada litro na po ang binaba. Sana po ay magtuloy-tuloy po hanggang ngayong araw ang pagbaba ng presyo upang po magkaroon po ng mas malaking bawas sa presyo po ng langis sa susunod na linggo. So malalaman natin by Monday kung ano yung exact ang ibabawas. Pero definitely, may rollback. Lahat.
Thank God naman.
Oo,
Ang mahal ng gasolina talaga, Patri.
Correct. 75 pesos ngayon ang diesel, tapos ang gasolina, mga 80 Mas
Diba?
mahal ang
Ayun
gasolina
na nga,
ngayon
ang mahal na
Oo, pero
diba?
ito, malungkot ako. Dahil po, batay po sa huling post ng Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, nagsara po ang ating piso kontra dolyar sa halagang 60 pesos and 56 centavos. Humina na naman ng 24 ng 24 centavos po ang ating piso kontra dolyar mula po sa naging palitan ng Miyerkules sa halagang 60 pesos and 32 centavos. Narito naman po ang palitan ng ating piso kumpara po sa mga iba pang currency. Sa Japan yen, 37 centavos. Sa euro, 69 pesos and 40 centavos. Hong Kong dollar, 7 pesos and 69 centavos. Habang ang Saudi Riyal, 16 pesos and 7 centavos. Ayan po ang ating foreign exchange as of June 18, 2026. Ricky Girl, even if it's a Friday, we have 3 issues.
Siyempre, para may pabaon naman ang ating mga taga-subaybay ngayong weekend.
Okay.
Ito, Patri.
Ano?
Mahilig ka ba mag-mountain climbing?
No way.
Rock climbing?
No way.
Wall climbing?
No way.
Okay, fine. Si Obet kasi mahilig mag-wall
Kaya
climbing.
nga, talagang pinupush niya to Siya yung nag-push.
Sige.
Mountain climbing, rock climbing.
Lahat na lang climbing.
Oo.
Wag lang social climbing.
Correct ka dyan.
Diba? Ngayong umaga po sa ating Saluduhan Pinoy, nakaka-proud. Makikilala natin ang isang pambihirang atleta na sa murang edad ay nakapagbigay ng karangalan sa ating bansa. Kasama po natin ang pinakabatang champion climber sa Pilipinas na nagkamit ng medalya sa SEA Games at muling susubok na makamit ang tagumpay sa nalalapit na Philippine National Championships ngayong linggo. Hindi lamang dito sa bansa siya kinilala dahil naging tampok din siya sa hit television show na American Ninja Warrior kung saan siya ang naging pinakabatang kalahok sa kasaysayan ng programa. Kaya naman, alamin natin ang kanyang inspirasyong kwento or inspiring story at ang mga hamong kanyang nalampasan sa mundo ng sports climbing. Kasama natin mamaya via Zoom si Praj de la Cruz, ang ating youngest champion climber sa bansa, and it's a girl.
Oo, Praj de la Cruz. You know, talaga we should really encourage the youth to get into sports talaga.
Right.
Kasi you never can tell.
Diba?
You can never can tell. Sabi nga nila na, diba, mamaya mahiligan mo, maging passion mo siya, maging athlete of the year, magdala ka ng karangalan katulad ni Alex Ayala, EJ Obiena, Carlos Yulo. You never know diba? So dapat talaga the parents should encourage their children to get into sports.
Tapos ito, medyo bago-bago itong rock climbing,
Bago-bago ba yan?
Medyo, kasi sa Tokyo Olympics, this was one of the most popular ones. So ito, habang, umpisa pa lang, almost, ayan na, dapat talaga.
At saka dito sa Pilipinas, marami
sumabak
tayong
na
mga
tayo.
bundok.
Ay, oo.
Madali, di ba? Madaling mag-mountain climbing,
Actually,
mga ganyan.
nung nasa universidad ako, una ko nalaman yung about mountain climbing kasi may UP mountain climbers.
Mountaineers. Yes,
diba?
UP mountaineers.
So imagine kung meron na tayong natural gifts dyan, na meron na tayong natural
Mga bundok.
environment kung saan tayo pwede magsanay. Huwag na yung mga ice skating, di ba wala naman tayong yelo, pero kung kaya nyo, why not?
Di ba, kung yun ang hilig nila
Pero ito, nandito na binigyan na sa atin ng poong may kapal. Dapat mag-gano na tayo, talagang mag-climbing na.
Mag-rock climbing at mountain climbing. Okay, issue number 2 naman po natin. Patuloy po ang investigasyon sa pagkalunod at pagkamatay po ng 2 basketball players mula po sa Ateneo de Manila University. Sila po ay si Rene Clerk Baterbonia na binagsagan. Basta tanawag siya. Ito na naman tayo, di ba? Ang utos ko, 3 syllables lang ako.
Tama, binansagan ako.
4 na, okay? Na Mr. MVP mula po siya sa Davao Region Athletic Association at ang Nigerian athlete na si Divine Adili. So, nangyari po yung insidente, yung tragic accident na yan last Monday, June 8, sa team building po ng naturang basketball team dyan po sa Dipaculao, Aurora. Na kinumpirma po ng Ateneo de Manila University sa pamamagitan ng kanilang Facebook page. At dahil po sa nangyaring ito, kailangan na ba nating higpitan ang mga polisiya ng mga paaralan sa mga out-of-campus activities. Yung mga team building, yung mga, yung mga recollection, mga retreat, yung mga camping. Di ba? Maraming mga ganyan mga out-of-campus. Di ba? You go out of town, tapos over the weekend, dun ginagawa yung mga activities na yan. So, makakausap po po natin si Attorney Joseph Noel Estrada, ang Managing Director po ng Coordinating Council of Private Educational Associations o ang COCOPEA. Kumbaga, dapat ba i-revisit itong mga pagpapayag sa mga out of campus?
I think so. Kasi alam mo ba, kung meron halimbawa sa aviation, di ba? May pre-flight check-up. Di ba? Ito, ang dami pang activities na lagi ka may kumbaga, i-check mo muna yung kung gumagana ba. Halimbawa, isimple na lang natin, Pat, sasakay ka ng sasakyan. Di ba? Lagi sinasabi, check your brakes, check your whatever, your tires. So ito, lalo na to, buhay na maraming kabataan, or hindi lang kabataan, ba corporations, companies, di ba?
Mga ganyan, team building.
So I think it's about time. Pero yun, tignan po natin
pero
mamaya.
sometimes nga, minsan talaga reactive, be stricter, tapos
For a while.
Or for whatever, no? Tapos, in the long run, you have to weigh the pros and cons. Parang, this was a tragic accident that nobody wanted. Pero also naman, when you look at it long term, you need also this out of campus activities Kasi, yun na nga, you cannot, lalo na pag ang yung campus maliit, masikip. Paano kayo, kunyari, maggagawa ng mga sports activities kung hindi kayo lalabas? Diba? So, kailangan lang, siguro i-review, kailangan lang i-reinforce ulit yung mga polisiya para talagang mas maging aware pa rin tayo.
At the end of the day, kailangan may matutunan po tayo dito. Yun na lang. So, let's see po mamaya, kausapin pa po rin po natin
si Attorney Joseph Estrada.
Dahil ako ay maraming katanungan dyan. Ito nga, dahil ngayon po ay Rizal Day, muli nating bigyang halaga ang buhay, mga sakripisyo, at mga aral ni Hatid ni Gat Jose Rizal. Pero paano nga ba ito na ipapasa sa mga susunod na henerasyon? Aba, good news dahil makakasama po natin ngayong araw ang isa sa kanyang mga apo.
6th generation na nga
Diba? Para pag-usapan kung paano nananatiling buhay ang kanyang mga kwento at mga aral sa loob mismo ng kanilang pamilya. Walang iba kundi ang 6th generation descendant ni Dr. Jose Rizal na si Maxine Cruz. Ayan, very interesting, no? I wonder, nice.
Siguro ang ganda pa, no? Nakikinig ka sa mga kwento ng mga lolo't lola mo tungkol sa iyong ninuno, di ba? Na national hero.
Diba?
Okay, so
at saka halos lahat na iskinito, di ba? May JP Rizal.
may JP Rizal.
Kahit sa
Even,
probinsya.
not lang here in the Philippines, even abroad. Di ba?
Diba?
Sa Germany meron. Okay, at magbabalik pa po ang ASPN.
Ano sa palagay niyo?
Ang sigaw ng Pinoy Nation. Information and education.
This portion is brought to you by Clean and Fit. Kaibigan, feeling bloated? Heavy? Constipated? I-Clean and Fit mo na yan. Fix your gut. Fix your health with Clean and Fit. Available in Facebook, TikTok, Shopee, and Lazada.
Matatag ang paninindigan. Matapang sa pagresponde. Matapat sa paglilingkod. Pati kang tagapagbalita. Mata natin sa balitaan. Alex Santo.
Let's get together. Sunday 25. Sunday 25.
Masasaya. Nakakakilig. At puno ng pag-ibig. Yan ang hatid ng Net25 Primetime Teleserye gabi-gabi. Kaya sama-sama nating subaybayan. Simula 7:30 ng gabi, Wonderful Mama. 8:00, Kimchi Family. 8:30, You Are My Hero. At pagsapit ng 9:00, Rising with the Wind. Sa magaganda at dekalidad na programa ng Net25 Primetime Teleserye. Siguradong gaganda ang mood ng gabi nyo.
Let's get together. Sunday 25. sa Net 25.
Oras, alas 8:34 na po ng umaga at kasama na po natin via Zoom ang napakabata si Miss Praj de la Cruz, the youngest champion climber in the Philippines. Good morning, Praj, and welcome to ASPN.
Good morning, Praj.
Hi po, Miss Pa. Hi po, Miss Ricky.
Okay, Praj, sinasabi namin ikaw ay pinakabatang climber. Ilang taon ka na ba? Napahupa ako eh. Ilang taon ka na, Praj?
I'm 15 po.
Para may nagbubulong sa'yo, 15. Sino katabi? Ha? English, okay, sorry. Okay, so Praj, you're 15 years old, and may I ask where you got your name, Praj? What's your real name?
I got my name Praj from my parents, but when I was born in the Philippines, my parents decided to name me Sophia Perhati, which basically means like angel of nature, and then the Perhati means progress.
Oh.
So my nickname now is just Praj.
Praj. Perhati, are you, do you have some Indian blood, Malaysian?
Because you're thinking
No
Praj.
po, I'm full Filipino
Full
po.
Filipino. Okay. Anyway, very interesting. We want to talk to you about being the youngest climber. How did you get into climbing?
I got into climbing at a very Manila around 8 months old.
Oh,
But
8 months old?
Opo.
8 months, okay.
Wow.
But I started actually training at 7 years old po.
Wow.
Okay, oo.
Okay, so Praj, congratulations first of all. You know, our friend here, our executive producer, is actually very proud of your achievements. And because now we are learning of your achievements at such a very young age, I think the Philippines, it's safe to say, no, Pat, that we are proud of you. So how do you think that the Philippines is doing when it comes to climbing now? Is it just like for your community, for example, is it a very few only that are into it? Or do you think the community is growing?
I think the community, as far as climbing, is so far rising exponentially in terms of climbing. I've known that in the Philippines, it's becoming more common and more of like a leisurely sport. And climbing has been becoming so much popular. And I have so much friends telling me about their climbing experiences now in the Philippines.
Where do they usually climb? I know because in the mall across my house, there's an indoor climbing area. And like, for example, my cousins from Europe visit me. They actually like to climb there. So what about your friends? Where do they usually go? Like, you know, I was telling Papi, the Philippines offers like the best terrains for climbing, right? But we don't usually take advantage of that. So for people your age, or people, I guess, kids who want to follow your suit, no? Where can they actually go?
There's many climbing places, and there's actually been more gyms opening up in the Philippines as of recently. But there are gyms like Beehive, G-Hive, Boulder Space, but they're all spread out pretty much around the country. But some are near each other, and then some kind of have like, you have to travel farther to get to there, but at least that we're having more gyms popping up so that this is more available to the community.
Okay. Praj, I'm interested to know, is there any difference between mountain climbing and rock climbing? Do you specialize in one or the other or both?
There is a difference between the two, but I am a rock climbing athlete, but so I mostly do my competitions and my training indoors. But there are many beautiful mountains around in the Philippines, and those are also amazing climbing spots. Those are mostly for outdoor climbers, and there's a huge difference between real rock and plastic. Even though you could create forms and organic movements with indoor climbing gyms, it's hard to replicate that with mountains, right, Bob? Because when a mountain it's rock, so it's set like that for life. And so it's tiny edges climbing against the wall, and it's very different, and I like the two, but I am competing indoor sport.
Indoor sport. Okay, I was wondering if you are into rock climbing, is there any special training for that? Or is that really more instinct? What kind of preparation do you do? Because you've competed and you even joined the American Ninja Show. How do you prepare yourself? How do you train for that? What do you undergo?
There's a friend of mine that always says nationals is won at March, won in March. And this is months before the actual competition, not weeks before, days before, hours before, even during the competition.
Yeah.
So why is this the case, right? Because mentality and strength are key.
Okay.
You can get stronger day by day, but it's harder to change your mindset within a second. So every time I have a huge competition, I need to make sure my mindset is in the proper place before I compete. And that is a huge aspect of climbing.
So you have to be mentally alert, you have to be mentally equipped, psychologically, you have to be so focused. It's not just all physical, no, it's a lot of mental training as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say that, aside from being a physical sport, rock climbing, wall climbing is as much as a mental sport. So I'm just curious, for a champion like you, what goes through your mind when you are going through a competition?
When I'm competing, there's often a lot of things that run in my head, right? There is fear, there is doubt. How will I perform today? And there's a line that says, like, the mind thinks, but the heart knows. And so I have a gut feeling when I compete that I will always strive for the best, right? I would always manifest for that gold, no matter what I do. So that is an important mindset, a core pillar that you need to have while competing.
So you're saying that you follow your gut as well. So it's not just about strategy. It's like gut feel. So it's overall.
Yeah, it's like, because climbing is always different. It's never the same thing over and over again.
Really?
The
Even if
wall
it's the same?
changes.
I think even if it's the same,
Even if it's the same
wall, the experience is different. Please explain.
Yes.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I can't understand why my cousins keep on going to the same gym. I said, you climbed it already. What's the difference now? But they like going there.
So I was going to ask you, Praj, are you already considered a national athlete, and is the government supporting you in terms of your training? Do you get an allowance? Because Ricky and I've been telling Ricky that, parents should really encourage their children to get into sports. And it's a good thing that you, at a very young age, 15 years old, you're already a rock climber, and you've reaped awards. So in terms of government support, are you considered already a national athlete? Are they sending you to different countries to compete? Are you getting an allowance? Is your training subsidized by them? How is it for you?
Yes, but I am a national athlete of the Philippines.
Oh, good.
And I am considered a strong athlete, and so they send me out to competitions along with the Philippine team. I have been to many different countries thanks to the help of the Philippine government and of course the rock climbing community And in terms of training, although we do not get an allowance when we go abroad, I do get supported very much so in terms of training, because they always recognize national athletes when you go to the gym, and having that sense of community while climbing is very important.
So you get perks when you go to the gym?
Yes.
Free workout.
Do you have you do have free workout, free trainer, something like that?
Yes, but we when you go to a gym, like rock climbing gym in the Philippines, they basically have like this list of national athletes, and they're like, "Oh, you're a national athlete.
Wow.
Let's check the list."
Oh.
And if you're on there, you gotta go in.
You can bring a +1.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, because also, for example, like in gyms where, for example, I'm an ambassador of,
Yeah.
I can always bring a +1, and I'm not even a national athlete.
Okay.
I don't even go to the gym.
Okay, yeah. I was going to ask you, Praj, how about your studies? What happens to your studies? Because you said you're sent abroad for competitions and, of course, the training. I mean, how long do you train a day? And how about your studies? You're 15 years old.
Yes. So in terms of training, I train pretty much the entire day.
Oh.
When I wake up, I want to go to the gym. It could be like 11 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
And then I go till, let's say 3 p.m., take a break, and then afterwards I'll go to another gym and train in the evening.
Okay.
So when you think about that, it's hard to put school between the training, but it's also important because I'm so young. So what I do is an online school, which allows me to adapt along with
flexible
my training.
hours.
Yes, and it allows me to travel abroad. They would be like, "Oh, she's missing too much."
Yeah.
So that's why I find it important.
So it's amazing that you're still continuing with your studies, because I am really an advocate of continuing with one's education, even if, like, you know, you're busy with other things in life, busy with passion. So I'm very curious now, aside from being a professional athlete, what is the other dream of Praj? What do you want to be when you grow up, Praj?
I want to be an advocate for women athletes, especially for the Filipino athletes in climbing bot. I want to push forward the boundaries of climbing in the Philippines, and my goal is for that one day climbing will be as popular as many of the biggest sports in the world currently, like basketball, boxing, football, stuff like that. So that's what my goal is for climbing and myself.
Praj, a while ago we reported that Alex Ayala just beat one of the top players, tennis players. Do you see rock climbing to be as popular as tennis and as rewarding in terms of monetary rewards? Because when Alex wins, there's always a cash component. When you win, when you compete in these rock climbing competitions, is it usually just the prestige, or there is also a monetary reward?
As of right now, when you win a competition, you don't get huge cash prizes because it's small. So it's very little amount of money when you win competition. Even if, let's say, it's rare if a competition even gives money out in the first place.
Okay, so it's really prestige.
Yeah, surviving in this sport is pretty hard because, like I said, as a national athlete, right, having to compete with low money because you can't earn money from competitions is hard. So when you go to the competitions that do offer money, you really have to compete your best so that you could bring yourself to the next level. So you can fly abroad. Right? So I think in terms of, like, you're talking about Alex Ayala. She is such an amazing athlete because she got tennis so popular in the Philippines after, like, winning, and, like, the way that she thinks is amazing. So hopefully, like, in the future, climbing could be like that too.
Okay, very interesting, Praj. And congratulations again to you. More power. Keep reaping those rewards. Keep bringing glory to the Philippines. And I'm sure you have a long career ahead of you. So thank you very much for bringing prestige to the Philippines.
Thank you po. Magandang umaga po.
I want to say, keep inspiring the youth.
Climber at the age of 15. Ayan, ng Pilipinas. Thank you. At ang oras, alas 8:48 na po ng umaga at magbabalik pa po ang ASPN.
Sa palagay niyo?
Ang sigaw ng Pinoy Nation. Information and education.
This portion is brought to you by REH King's Empire Corporation.
We are now open for business.
for Business with Cesar Vallejos. Every Sunday, 9 p.m.
Sunnet 25.
Donnie, may problema! Kailangan na natin bumalik! Mukhang may bad news na natanggap si Susan. Kung ganun, ano balak niyo sa pera ko? Wonderful Mama. Panoorin mamaya, 7:30 p.m. Dito lang sa Net 25.
Let's get together. Sunnet 25. Sunnet 25.
Be your own health advocate by turning into your own expert. We are your coach. Without any fiction and with lots of facts. Be active in a clever way. In good shape.
Street signs, receipts, money, time. Nothing works without numbers. But for some, numbers can seem almost meaningless. About 5% of people have dyscalculia, affecting how they understand and use numbers. Neuroscientists are now uncovering the brain processes behind it, insights that could lead to better diagnosis, interventions, and support.
This time around on Tomorrow Today. Welcome to DW's Science Show.
Oras! Alas 8:50 na po ng umaga.
Say I do to express deliveries. Ka-flash, June is known as wedding season. A time for saying I do to new beginnings. Just like finding the right partner, choosing the right delivery partner can make all the difference. With nationwide delivery coverage and convenient payment, Flash Express helps make every shipment easier and hassle-free. Download the app for free and say I do to a more convenient delivery experience with Flash Express today.
Ang unahing news, ngayong Rizal Day. Happy birthday po sa ating national hero, Jose Rizal. Ibinalita po ng tagapagsalita ng defense team ni Vice President Sara Duterte na si Attorney Michael Powa na magpapatuloy sa Lunes, June 22 ang pre-trial conference para sa impeachment proceedings laban kay VP Sara. Nangyari po ang pre-trial conference sa Senado at sa pre-trial conference nangyari ang stipulation of facts o ang pagsasang-ayon ng magkabilang panig sa mga detalye, pagmamarka ng mga ebidensya at pagtukoy sa mga testigo at ang pagtatakda ng petsa. Ginagawa ito para matiyak ang maayos na takbo ng paglilitis at maiwasan ang presentation ng surprise witnesses. Ayon po kay Attorney Michael Powa na kumpleto ng mga partido ang pagmamarka ng mga ebidensya para sa isa sa mga article of impeachment. 3 pang article ang naiwan para talakayin bago masimulan ang mismong paglilitis. Nakapaloob sa Article 3 ang reklamo kaugnay po ng bribery, graft and corruption, paglabag sa konstitusyon at pagtataksil sa tiwala ng publiko. Ipinaliwanag ni Attorney Michael Powa na mahirap magbigay ng tiyak na timeline kung kailan matatapos ang pre-trial conference dahil sa dami ng evidentiary document na kailangan mamarkahan para sa iba pang articles of impeachment. Naniniwala naman po si Attorney Powa na maaari pa ring matuloy ang unang araw ng paglilitis sa July 6. Ibinunyag rin po ni Attorney Powa na nagkasundo ang defense at prosecution na panatilihin ang kani-kanilang panukalang listahan ng mga testigo. Ayon rin po kay Attorney Powa, mayroon silang tinatayang 25 hanggang 30 testigo, 25 to 30 witnesses. Pinabulaan rin po ni Attorney Powa ang mga kumakalat na usap-usapan ng tensyon sa pagitan po ng depensa at prosekusyon. Normal lang anya ang mga argumento sa anumang pre-trial proceeding. Tumanggi naman po magpa-interview ang mga miyembro ng prosecution panel sa pangunguna po ni Batangas Representative Jervil Luistro tungkol sa kinalabasan ng pagmamarka ng ebidensya. Sinabi naman po ni Senate President Sherwin Gatchalian na hindi pa nila natatalakay kung sino ang mangangasiwa sa impeachment trial. Sa ngayon anya, siya pa rin daw ang mangangasiwa. Pero nauna nang sinabi po ni Senator Ping Lacson na pipiliin po ng mayorya si Senator Francis Escudero bilang presiding judge. At sinabi rin po ni SP Gatchalian na hindi makakapagsilbi si Senator Jinggoy Estrada bilang impeachment trial judge habang umiiral ang suspension na ipinataw dito ng Sandigan Bayan. Pinatawa ng Sandigan Bayan suspension. Nanatili namang walang resolusyon ang issue tungkol sa conviction threshold. At para kay SP Gatchalian, nananatiling 16 na boto ang katumbas ng 2/3 vote para makakuha po ng conviction o hatol ng pagkakasala. Ito anya ang naaayon sa konstitusyon. Inamin naman po ni SP Gatchalian na nakadepende pa rin ang pinal na desisyon sa mapag-uusapan ng mga senator judge at kung ano pa ang masasabi ng prosekusyon at iba pang partido. So, tinitingnan nila na hanggang baka umabot naman daw, sabi ni Attorney Poa na July 6 ang umpisa. Tapos sabi ni Congresswoman Luistro, baka umabot ng hanggang September yung trial, 'di ba? Yung mismong trial. So, medyo mahaba pang tatahakin. Nasa June pa lang tayo. So, July, August, September, 3 months.
Sabi rin ni Attorney Poe, babalik daw sila sa Monday.
Oh,
kasi
Monday.
hindi na natapos.
One article pa lang Article 3 pa lang
diba?
ng impeachment. Apat yun.
Oo, tapos meron akong bubuwit na nagsabi kahapon. Nagkaroon daw ng hindi pagkakaunawaan.
Yun na nga, tension. Pero
dininay nila.
Deny.
Diba?
O, syempre, alam mo naman yung mga lawyers, di ba?
Di ba
Syempre, yung mga lawyers, di ba, lahat sila ang gagaling, ang tatalino. Di, syempre, talagang unavoidable na talagang magkakaroon sila ng debate.
Diskusyon. Gusto ko tanongin sana si Attorney Poe, pero alam mo naman siya sumagot, napaka...
Di ba we try to invite him
para... Is very diplomatic.
Tsaka hindi daw muna siya magpapa-unlock sa mga interview kasi syempre tututok muna sila dyan sa pre-trial. Okay, go ahead.
Naman, nananawagan po si Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. na mas malalim at mas matibay na kooperasyon sa pagitan ng Association of Southeast Asian Nations at ng Russia sa gitna ng lumalalang kawalan ng katiyakan sa pandaigdigang kalagayang geopolitical. Sa kanyang talumpati bilang co-chair ng ASEAN-Russia Commemorative Summit kasama si Russian President Vladimir Putin, binigyan diin ni Pangulo Marcos na kooperasyon at hindi komprontasyon ang dapat maging pundasyon ng ugnayan ng ASEAN at Russia. Ayon sa Pangulo, mahalaga ang tuloy-tuloy na pakikipag-ugnayan sa larangan ng politika at seguridad para mapanatili ang katatagan sa rehiyon sa harap po yan ng mga pandaigdigang hamon. Sa isinagawang summit, nagkasundo ang ASEAN at Russia na palawakin ang kanilang kooperasyon sa iba't ibang sektor. Kabilang dito ang mas malawak na pakikipag-ugnayan sa Eurasian Economic Union at ang Shanghai Cooperation Organization, pagpapatupad ng ASEAN-Russia Comprehensive Plan of Action at pagpapalawak ng exportation ng Russia ng mga produkto katulad ng pataba, gamot, pagkain at mga supply para sa enerhiya. Kasama rin sa mga napagkasundoan ang pakikipagtulungan sa Rosatom ng Russia para sa pagpapaunlad ng nuclear energy. Ang Rosatom po ang state-owned nuclear energy conglomerate ng Russia. Nabuo naman sa summit ang Kazan Declaration 2026 at ang mga magkasanib na pahayag hinggil sa kooperasyong pangkultura at pang-enerhiya. Sa hiwalay na bilateral meeting, pinasalamatan ni Marcos si Putin at ang pamahalaan ng Russia sa mainit na pagtanggap sa delegasyon ng Pilipinas. Binigyang halaga rin ng Pangulo ang ika-50 anibersaryo ng diplomatikong relasyon ng Pilipinas at Russia at ang mga programang inilunsad ng dalawang bansa para ipagdiwang ito. Formal ding inanyayahan ni Marcos si Putin na dumalo sa ika-21 East Asia Summit na gaganapin sa Maynila sa Nobyembre. Anya, mahalagang plataporma ang naturang summit para sa pagpapanatili ng kapayapaan, seguridad at kaunlaran sa rehiyon. Pagdating naman sa ekonomiya, sinabi ni Marcos na hindi pa naaabot ng kasalukuyang antas ng kalakalan at pamumuhunan ang buong potensyal ng relasyon ng Pilipinas at ng Russia. Hinikayat niya ang mas agresibong hakbang para mapalawak ang oportunidad sa negosyo, mapadali ang kalakalan at mapalalim ang daloy sa pamumuhunan. Binigyan diin ng Pangulo ang kahalagahan ng pagtutulungan laban sa mga banta katulad po ng terorismo, cybercrime, trafficking at online scams, gayon din ang pagpapalakas ng maritime security and counter-terrorism initiatives. Tinukoy rin ni Marcos ang food security and energy security bilang mga pangunahing prioridad. Dapat din anya na makinabang ang mga micro, small and medium enterprises or MSME sa lumalawak ng kooperasyon pang-ekonomiya ng dalawang panig. Binigyang diin rin ng Pangulo ang kahalagahan ng pagpapalawak ng palitan sa edukasyon, kultura at turismo para higit pang mapatatag ang ugnayan ng mga mamamayan ng ASEAN at ng Russia.
Ayan, maganda nga yan, no? Kung may isa sa maging one of our bigger trading partners, di ba?
At bongga, Russia.
Bongga, Russia.
Oh,
Made in Russia.
At pero alam ba, ang natuwa ako dyan, hindi pa man tiyak yung mga napagkasundan nila. The good news is may 21 Filipinos na nakakulong sa Siberia. Ang inutusan na ni Putin na palayain na.
Bakit naman sila umabot sa Siberia?
Siguro, di ba, ang dami dating mga work offers, work opportunities. Kailangan pa natin pag-aralan yan. Pero I'm thinking, ito po yung mga siguro na scam ng trabaho. We'll see the details. Pero at least it's good news. So wala man na yung kalakalan, maiuwi na po yung 21 kababayan natin na nasa Siberia. Kaya good job ka dyan, PBBM.
PBBM, very good. Okay, sa ibang balita, tiniyak naman po ni Senate President Sherwin Gatchalian na muli nang tututok ang Senado sa mga gawain nito sa paggawa ng batas habang ipinagpapatuloy ang mga paghahanda para sa nalalapit na impeachment trial ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Ayon po kay SP Gatchalian, normal programming na daw ang Senado dahil tapos na ang Senate Flex na tumakbo rin ng ilang linggo. Ayon rin po kay SP Gatchalian, Philippines, Metropolitan Manila Development Authority at ang mga pamalahang lungsod ng Pasay at iba pang mga ahensya ng pamalaan para matiyak ang seguridad at maayos na paghahanda para sa impeachment trial. Sinabi rin niya na ipagpapatuloy ng Senado ang lehislatibong agenda nito dahil handa na ang mga chairperson at vice chairperson na mga komite na magsagawa ng mga pagdinig sa mga panukalang batas na kasama sa LEDAC at iba pang mga prioridad ng panukala. Nilinaw rin po ni SP Gatchalian na hanggat walang temporary restraining order mula sa Korte Suprema, magpapatuloy ang Senado sa pagganap ng mga tungkulin nito. Sinabi rin niya na balak niya makipag-ugnayan sa mga kasapi ng mayorya at minorya para mapanatili ang maayos na kooperasyon at matiyak na nakatuon ang Senado sa mga tungkulin nito sa paggawa ng batas. Samantala, sinabi naman po ni Senator Ping Lacson na umabot ng, makinig ka dito, umabot daw sa 700 million pesos ang nasayang sa 28 araw na pamumuno ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano sa Senado. Imagine, 700 million pesos wasted. Idinagdag pa ni Senator Ping Lacson na wala rin namang maipakitang resulta mula sa nagastos na ito, kundi ang nangyaring kaguluhan sa Senado. Kabilang dito po ang pagtakas anya ni Senator Bato de la Rosa, ang insidente ng pagpapaputok ng baril sa loob ng Senado, ang pag-boycott ng sesyon, destabilization at hindi otorisadong committee hearing na hindi dinaluhan ng kahit isang senador. Bumelta naman, syempre, si Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. Sabi niya, ang grupo ni Senator Ping Lacson ang hindi nagtrabaho simula nang mapatalsik bilang si Senator Vicente Soto III bilang Senate President noong May 11. Nilinaw rin po ni Alan Peter Cayetano ng 25 million pesos na umano'y gastusin ng Senado kada araw ay hindi nagbabago sino man ang nakaupo bilang Senate President. Kasamaan niya dyan ang sweldo ng mga empleyado at ng mga senador. Idinagdag rin po ni Alan Peter Cayetano na naninira lang daw ang grupo ni Senator Ping Lacson para palabasin na sila ang nanggulo sa Senado.
Sino ka talaga?
So, ha?
Sino kaya talaga nanggulo? Na parang magulo eh.
Parang magulo.
Ay, pero tigla, alam mo, Patpi, may isa pang reklamo si Senator Alan. Nakita ko, nagreklamo siya. Sabi niya, bakit daw siya pag nag-Facebook, galit sila.
Pero Senator Ping rin daw.
Di ba? Pati mga tulfo, di ba? Sikat nga sa Facebook. Bakit pag siya? Di ba? Anyway, samantala po, isusumitin na ng Department of the Interior and Local Government o DILG sa Department of Justice o DND ng student-athletes na sina Rene Bartorbonia at Divina Adili. Ayon kay Interior and Local Government Secretary John Vic Remulla, malapit nang matapos ang investigasyon ng Philippine National Police Criminal Investigation and Detection Group o PNP-CIDG. Pero iniintay pa rin ang salaysay ng isang manlalaro at ilang miyembro ng coaching staff, kabilang na po ang dating head coach na si Tab Baldwin. Ayon kay Remulla, sinusuri ng mga investigador ang lahat ng anggulo, kabilang na ang posibleng paglabag sa Republic Act No. 11053 or that's the anti-hazing law. Samantala, isiniwalat naman ng dating Ateneo Blue Eagles player si Chris Porter ang umano'y mas mahigpit at pang-militar, quote-unquote, na uri ng training ni dating coach Tab Baldwin. Lapis ang kanyang pakikiramay sa dalawang manlalaro at base sa kanyang karanasan, muntik na umano siyang malunod din noong siya ay naging player noong taong 2016. Ayon kay Porter, dinala sila umano sa mga liblib na lugar kung saan doon nila isinagawa ang mabigat na training sa dalampasigan at karagatan. Anya, sinabi ng dating coach na ang ilang training sessions ay idinisenyo para subukin ang disiplina, tibay at katatagan ng pag-iisip ng mga atleta. Nangako naman ang Ateneo de Manila University na re-repasuhin ang mga athletic programs and safety procedures nito para masiguro ang kaligtasan at kapakanan ng kanilang mga atleta.
At ang oras, alas 9:14 na alas 9:05 na po ng umaga. Kaugnay ng balita niyan sa ating pagbabalik, makakausap po natin si Attorney Joseph Noel Estrada, ang Managing Director po ng Coordinating Council of Private Educational Associations o COCOPEA tungkol nga dito sa mga out-of-campus activities. Dapat ba natin i-revisit yan? Dapat ba natin ipahinto yan? Ano ang kanilang reaction dito sa nangyaring aksidente sa mga Ateneo basketball players last week? Sa pagbabalik po yan ng ASPN.
Ano sa palagay niyo?
Ang sigaw ng Pinoy Nation. Information and education.
This portion is brought to you by Clean and Fit. Kaibigan, feeling bloated? Heavy? Constipated? I-Clean and Fit mo na yan. Fix your gut. Fix your health with Clean and Fit. Available on Facebook, TikTok, Shopee, and Lazada. Sa makabagong panahon, isang click lang ang layo ng impormasyon. Pero habang lumalawak ang mundo ng teknolohiya, gaano nga ba kalaki ang papel ng pamilya at edukasyon sa paggabay sa ating mga anak? Sa pagitan ng tradisyonal at digital na pagkatuto, kilala pa ba natin ang kanilang mga iniisip, nararamdaman at mga hamon na kanilang kinakaharap? Makisali sa isang makabuluhang talakayan kasama ang mga magulang, guro at estudyante abangan ngayong Sabado dito lang sa Ito Ang Tahanan TV radio program ng Net25.
What makes a place livable? It's more than just a location. It's about the life you can build there. In Mindanao, cities and municipalities are redefining what it means to live well. From affordable housing and safe communities to opportunities for work and business with industries that support thriving local economies. Mindanao's culture and heritage add color to everyday life, blending tradition with modern convenience with easy access to nature and outdoor recreation. Mindanao offers the perfect balance. Join us as we explore the places in Mindanao that are not just for travel, it's actually livable.
Only on Net25.
Let's net together. Sa Net 25. Sa Net 25.
Oras! Alas 9:07 na po ng umaga at kasama na po natin via Zoom si Attorney Joseph Noel Estrada, ang Managing Director po ng COCOPEA. Magandang umaga po, Attorney Estrada, and welcome back po sa ASPN.
Good morning, sir.
Magandang umaga sa inyo at sa inyong mga kapanood at taga-subaybay.
Oo, Attorney, kami po ay napatawag dahil nga nakakalungkot man na ibalita. Last Monday, nagulat po talaga ang buong Pilipinas dun sa inabot ng dalawalang basketballista mula sa Ateneo na nalunod. So ngayon, because of that, it's a high-profile case. Marami talagang mga opinion, sari-saring mga reaksyon. But we want to get your opinion on this case because it happened out of campus, It happened in a beach resort sa Aurora na sinasabi ng marami dapat hindi daw doon dahil yung tubig daw doon very treacherous, yung supervision, walang supervision ng mga coach or whatever. What's your take po? Do you think that over-exaggerated naman na ihinto ang mga out of campus na mga activities?
Magandang tanong yan. Unang-una, ano ba yung responsibilidad ng isang educational institution sa mga estudyante? on and off campus, no? So yung mga school activities, whether inside or outside of the school premises, yan po ay responsibilidad po ng educational institution, no? Yung kanilang contractual obligation to ensure the safety of students, it extends to off-campus activities. So kailangan po ng kaukulang pag-iingat, kailangan ng mga polisiya to ensure the safety of students even when they are off campus in attending to any school-sponsored or school-authorized activity.
O yan, kasi attorney, I concur, no? Dahil ako po, yung anak ko, sa ICA, Patpi, bago sila mag-field trip, talagang lahat ng forms, pipirmahan mo, meron pa kayong orientation ng mga magulang, you know, and even yung mga bata po sa university also, meron din ganyan, kahit na sabihin mo of legal age na sila, they're 18 and above. So, ang tanong ko po, attorney, I was telling Patty a while ago, halimbawa po sa aviation, sa construction and everything, you know, we always have like, kumbaga, meron po tayong mga protocols sa sinusunod. Just like, for example, a field trip, as simple as a field trip. Diba? Is it high time po that magkaroon din po ang mga eskwelahan, whether public or private, ng kumbaga talaga mandatory na risk assessment and reporting pagdating po lalo na sa mga aktibidad na mayroon namang alam na physical danger. Kasi, for example po, sir, diba, according po to UNESCO and the World Health Organization, drowning is still one of the leading causes of death for children 15 to 24 years old. Eh, tayo nakatira tayo sa isang isla, Isla Bonita nga tayo, di ba, ang Pilipinas. So, how come until now, wala pa rin po tayong sinilip ko po wala pa rin tayong national standard when it comes to risk assessment pagdating po sa mga school activities that involves, for example, swimming, for instance.
You raise a very good point, no, risk assessment. Sa sa education sector, ang tawag po diyan ay due diligence. Ang responsibilidad po ng mga eskwelahan is to exercise due diligence, no, before, during and after an activity to ensure the safety of students. So kasama po diyan yung risk assessment. Ngayon, kung gaano kalalim yung risk assessment na yan, depende po din sa activity, no? Pero ang standard po kasi ng batas na sinasabi is yung due diligence is that diligence of a good father of a family. Ibig sabihin, ano pa yung gagawin mo reasonably under the circumstances to ensure the student's safety as if they were your own children. No? Kung ikaw ang eskwelahan, kung ikaw yung school administrator or faculty. Ngayon, syempre, ang mga eskwelahan, very limited din naman ang kanilang
resources.
They don't have the expertise, no? Halimbawa, pagdating sa mga, halimbawa po ito, like yung sa Ateneo, this is a professional training Hindi ito ordinary training or off-campus activity ng mga regular students. This involves athletes, no? So, I think kasama ito sa investigation dapat. What is the standard of care required, no, for professional training of student athletes? Kasi when you set the standard, doon magkakaalaman kung nasunod ba yung standard or below standards ka. Kasi pag below standards ka, doon sa acceptable standards for such training, merong negligence.
Sorry.
Okay.
Kasi ito, attorney, no, sabi ko nga, we're a nation of islands. So in the other countries, for example, United States, in the United Kingdom, meron na po silang national standard. So we're talking about standards. Is it high time to have a national standard when it comes to the activities of our athletes? Kasi may athletic program po tayo, lalo na yung ang UANP. Nako, Patpi, kan dami-daming sponsor niyan. Kasi ayan po yung sakalamke. Ayan yung pinaglalaban po ng mga universities. So when it comes to, for example, financing it, there's no problem, obviously. But maybe it's high time that we can have a mandatory safety standard when it comes to water activities po and our athletic program, sir?
Yes, I think you have a very good suggestion. So, magandang pag-usapan niya ng Commission on Higher Education para sa pag-revisit or pag-amend ng kanilang current policy, yung CMO 63, series of 2017. Ang tagal na po, no? Simula nang huli itong nabago. I think they should include that, no? Standards on safety. Aside from just the usual requirements na consent, coordination with the LGU, I think that's one step, an improvement on what we have, no? Parang mas specific ang kailangan natin gawin. And of course, yung batas, yung Student Athletes Program Act. No?
Students,
dapat tingnan din po yun.
I was going to ask, speaking of yung binanggit na nga ninyo Ricky, yung risk assessment at safety standards, yung issue ng waiver, it also came up. Na supposedly, all the students naman, these athletes, their parents signed a waiver, parang of course, not going to be, the school will not be liable in case of any unfortunate incident. Unfortunately, may nangyari. So, ang waiver daw doesn't give them, they're not off the hook just because they signed a waiver. So, what is the purpose of a waiver if it doesn't make the school liable for any untoward incident?
Yung waiver, it's a general legal tool or instrument. It's under our civil code. Waivers are valid. So in general, anyone can waive their rights. Pero syempre, kung nagpapirma ng waiver, valid ba yun or hindi? Siguro, on its face, valid kung sino yung pumirma. Pero ang tanong kasi, Ricky and Pat, kapag may nangyaring ganito, will you be able to enforce the contents of the waiver? Doon magkakatalo no? So kahit nakapirma, pwede ba, kasi it will really depend on facts.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two kasi, tinakda na kasi ng batas ang responsibilidad ng isang educational institution. Hindi mo na pwedeng i-waive yun. No? Yung liability mo on the safety and security. But only up to reasonable or ordinary diligence, due diligence sa pag-iingat. Ibig sabihin, kung merong unforeseeable or unavoidable risks, yon hindi mo na yon sagutin, no? Kasi hindi mo naman mape-prevent talaga yun. Usually yun ang mga kino-cover ng waivers. So pag may nangyari, magkakatalo pa rin sa, was this unavoidable? Is this completely an act of God or fortuitous event? Is this force majeure? Di ba uso-uso ngayon ng force majeure na usapan? Okay. Pero hindi mo pwedeng i-waive yung liability mo on negligence.
Okay. So kumbaga selective lang ba ang waiver? So it's not I mean, paano ba 'yon? Kunyari ako, parent ako, I'm asked to sign a waiver. Do I have that option not to sign it? Because yun na nga, it's it doesn't make the school, if ever, liable. It's always one-sided. Paano po 'yun? How should parents deal with a waiver?
Ang ating pong mga education agencies ay sinabihan na rin po ang ating mga eskwelahan na hindi pwedeng pilitin na papirmahin ng waiver para sumali sa isang activity. Dapat merong alternative activity na may katumbas na credit or compliance. Kung hindi ka komportable, ayaw mo, hindi ka pwedeng pilitin, pero merong palaging separate activity na sa school na lang or lesser ang risk of harm.
Okay.
Okay, attorney, sorry pero ako po ay isa talaga sa mga nanggigilaite. I know it started as an accident as ruled before by the local police in Aurora. Aksidente siya, ni-rule out na po. Dati kasi, Pat P, nung may mga usapan pa na naglagay doon ng mga kaangkla na pabigat. So nalaman po na wala naman markings, etc. But it doesn't excuse the fact that this isn't just a story of a legal obligation. It's a moral obligation. It's a moral discourse aside from being a legal discourse. So there should be accountability. Kasi naman, alam na po natin, 4 years nang ginagawa po ni na Coach Tab yung kanilang team building sa nasabing lugar, lokasyon, So more or less, they know already the terrain, they already know kung ano po yung, kumbaga, yung weather or whatever, di ba? So sino po talaga ang may accountability? Because people now are clamoring for accountability. For example, the students po in Ateneo themselves are gonna have a walkout at 1 p.m. Kasi po naghihingi sila ng kasagutan mula po sa Ateneo at ng pananagutan. So hanggang saan po ba ang pananagutan ng isang educational institution kapag nga po may isang nangyaring insidente po sa labas, for example, ng kanilang paaralan?
Merong different levels of accountability, Ricky, So sa eskwelahan, una, administrative liability, or responsibility sa ating gobyerno. Kasi ang kanilang operations ay nakasalalay sa isang recognition na ibinibigay ng Commission on Higher Education. So yung mga off-campus activities nila kailangan nakapag-comply sa requirements na sinet ng Commission on Higher Education. Kapag napatunayan na meron silang violation ng regulation, maaari sila ipatigil na sa lahat ng off-campus activities, or the most severe penalty is ipapasara ang eskwelahan. No? I'm just talking about possibilities under regulation. So without prejudging, of course, yung mga ongoing investigations. At number one, administrative. Pangalawa, civil liabilities, no? Liability ng isang eskwelahan kapag merong nangyari, no, na injury or death, no, sa any school activity. Of course, kailangan mapatunayan nila na they exercise the necessary and due diligence. Kasi alam mo, Ricky, sa mga gantong pagkakataon, ang sinasabi ng jurisprudence, no, at ang batas, presumed negligent and therefore liable na agad ang isang eskwelahan. So the ball is on their court, no? Nasa eskwelahan na ang pagpapatunay na ginawa nila ang nararapat, no? Pero nangyari pa rin. Kapag hindi nila napatunayan, the presumption would be conclusive.
Okay.
Ngayon, yung pangatlo, yung sinabi mo, Ricky, mahalaga yun. Yung sinabi una, aksidente. Tapos, pero may investigation pa. Alam nyo, an accident doesn't rule out liability. Kasi kahit later on, sabihin mo na unforeseeable yan or fortuitous event, kapag may negligence or kahit sa mong aksidente pa yan, pag meron pa rin negligence, it doesn't wipe out the liability, no, of the institution.
So, my question is, Attorney Estrada, you're being a lawyer also, hindi pa rin masyadong harsh yung sinabi po ng CIDG na homicide? Tama ho ba, if ever, yung ganung klaseng reklamo, homicide?
Like I said, iba-ibang different levels of accountability. Yung sinabi ko, administrative, civil, and also criminal. Pero kasi yung criminal liability, medyo mataas na yun. Kumbaga yung the quantum of evidence required to convict a person criminally, no, for something like this, medyo mataas na yung requirement kasi like sinadya, no, so kailangan di ba, gross the negligence resulting in or reckless imprudence resulting in homicide. So merong criminal intent, merong talagang sinadya, no, medyo mataas ang kailangan patunayan. Pero again, under the law, merong laging tatlong maaring consequence including criminal. So of course, without prejudging, medyo I would say medyo mahirapan, no, yung finding a ground for criminal liability. Na sinadya, no, na sinadya. At saka may isa pang usapan about hazing,
hazing, correct. Yes.
So I just don't know also, I'm also basing it from mga reports, pero sabi nila maaring hazing, but medyo mahirap din ipasok yung hazing, my personal opinion, kasi hazing is very it addresses as very specific di ba, situation.
Correct. So attorney, ngayon po, no, because of this tragic incident, is Kokopea, are you getting together all the colleges now and revisiting nga itong mga out of campus activities? Are you putting a stop muna? Is there a suspension? Or are you just revisiting rules and regulations and putting all the safeguard measures so that a repeat of this doesn't happen ever?
Alam niyo po sa amin sa Kokopea at saka lalo na po yung mga schools na ako po ang counsel, no. Kahit wala pong incident nangyaring ganito, patuloy po kami on a regular basis, lalo na sa mga school breaks, tuloy-tuloy yan, part ng training yan. Liabilities, accountabilities, responsibility, due diligence. So lalo na po ngayon, no. So lahat ng mga eskwelahan are being advised to review their policies, hindi lang to avoid liability, but of course yung preventive talaga, ano pa pwede nating gawin. So kami po sa Kokopea, while we do not have naman that authority over our members to tell them to stop, guide them. We always guide them, una-una, to follow the regulations of CHED, no? Yung mga requirements on consent, on coordination, and of course, yung kanilang internal policies. Laging re-reviewin, laging titingnan kung saan tayo mas mapapabuti at makakaiwas sa mga problema at mga insidenteng ganito.
Okay.
Attorney, because you're a lawyer, my question is, as a lawyer nga, actually two questions, sir. For example, number one, yung pamilya po na naiwan ni Rene ay alam po natin taga Davao, taga probinsya, ganon. At sabi nga yan, nung huli po nagkaroon siya ng panayam, wala pa sa isip niya yung mga legal remedies, ano. Bilang abogado po, halimbawa, ano po yung maibibigay yung legal advice po sa kanya? Kasi nga, sabi niya talagang masakit pa yung puso niya dahil, di ba, nagdadalamhati pa siya sa pagkamatay ng anak niya. Pero ngayon po siguro na medyo nakakahinga na siya dahil nakalipas na nga po ang 2 linggo, ano? Pero hindi naman po ibig sabihin ito, titigil na po siya sa paghanap po ng katarungan. Because she also said specifically na she wants justice. Ano po yung inyong maibibigay na legal advice po sa kanya? At sana naman hindi na po mangyari, sa mga magulang din na nakaranas po ng similar situation like her?
Magandang tanong yan, Ricky. Alam mo, kahit ako ay abogado, ang laging advice ko whenever there's conflict, do not resort immediately to court action. Kasi costly, stressful. Alam mo, whether ikaw kinakasuhan or ikaw nagkakaso, pareho lang stress nun eh.
Yeah.
So, ang advice ko is really explore all dialogues, communications with the school, and Ateneo naman to, at sila naman, they're now also talking. I think the party should explore how to move forward. Syempre hindi na maibabalik yung buhay, pero how do you also, like yung Ateneo de Davao, di ba, nag-offer siya ng scholarships.
Scholarship for the 6 siblings.
Kasi at the end of the day, kung mag-file ka ng kaso, ang hilingin mo ay damages. Ganun din, di ba? So instead of asking the court, baka naman the parties can already resolve it on their own. As a settlement, sabi nga ng Ateneo, nabasa ko sa isang news, not just settlement, but it is their moral obligation aside from legal obligation. So, yun po ang aking advice. And pagka wala na talaga yun, then there's always that option for court. Kaya lang, siyempre, involve mga abogado at hindi mo maiwasan ngayon. May mga political comments. Apakahirap po, no? Para sa isang nawala ng mahal sa buhay. Ang dami ng so it's all out in public. So ako, I would suggest na go directly to Ateneo and of course through their lawyers also. Then try to talk.
Attorney, last question. This might sound insensitive, but I just want to be practical about it. Should also mga out-of-campus activities also start considering getting insurance so that in case of something like this, tragic happens, maski na papaano, may compensation, no? Kasi nakakasakit ng puso na they had to raise funds because nga the family nga, the dream of the family was to give si Rene an Atenean education, no? Ateneo education. Tapos ngayon parang wala na, pero buti na lang Ateneo hindi, sasagutin namin yung scholarship. Pero kung sakali nangyari ito sa hindi kunya public school, Ateneo we know is a private school which charges exorbitant tuition. So yung pagkuha lang ng insurance, whatever amount it is, no, so that whether it's a bus accident which happened already before, di ba, like this, a swimming accident, whether a life insurance or whatever, dapat ho ba at least yon isama na sa mga out-of-campus activities?
Marami na po ang mga eskwelahan na talagang kumukuha na rin ng insurance para sa mga estudyante. But I think maganda nga pag-isipan yan kung gagawin na bang mandatory para sa lahat. Pero syempre, whenever there's something like that na mayroong additional cost or burden, syempre, isipin mo naman, ipapasa yung cost sa mga estudyante, sa parents, yung mga ganyan. So, talagang napakalaking usapin. When the cost becomes prohibitive, ang mangyari, di wala na lang off-campus activities. Sa isang banda, makakaiwas tayo sa aksidente, pero baka hindi natin na ma-maximize yung learning ng mga estudyante na, di ba, hindi lang naman dapat ang learning confined inside the school. So, part po yan ng isang malaking usapin. But Ms. Pat, you mentioned something about public and private. Alam nyo, isipin mo kung, di ba, last year, maraming incidents of violence na halos lahat ay public schools, may nangyari sa estudyante, etc. Ang kaibahan kasi, like in a private school setting, you can go after the institution itself, not only the individuals. Pero kung sa public, you cannot sue the government, di ba? You cannot sue the government. This government is immune from suit, no? So, lalo na kung nagbibigay na nga sila ng free education. So, that's what our laws provide. Na they cannot be sued, no? So, mas mahirap actually kung nangyari sa isang pampublikong paaralan. Ang mananagot yung mga individuals, but not the institution itself.
Okay, nako. Well, we hope that there's going to be closure for the family, no? And we really, our hearts and our condolences go talaga to the family of both Rene and Divine. And sana nga magkaroon na po ng usapan, no? Sabi mo nga stressful whether you are the one who's complaining, whether you're in the defense or the prosecution, basta court case maano pa rin yan, madugo, mas stressful.
Madugo, magastos,
diba? Correct. Oo. Maraming salamat muli, Attorney Joseph Estrada, at sa susunod, maybe after this when all of this has passed, we can review and we can see kung ano yung mga steps na ngayon using this as the case study. Thank you.
If one's tragedy can lead to one meaningful policy change, I think ito na yung pinakamagandang maidudulot po ng pangyayari.
Maraming salamat muli,
Thank you, sir.
Attorney Estrada.
Salamat po sa inyo. Magandang umaga po.
Thank you. At ang oras, alas 9:28 na po ng umaga. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin po ang ating pagbabalita. Nagsimula na po ang 60 araw, 60 days na po na ilalaan para sa negosasyon sa pagitan po ng Tehran at Washington kasunod po ng paglalagda ni na US President Donald Trump at Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian sa isang Memorandum of Understanding para tapusin na po ang gera. Ayon po ito kay US Vice President J.D. Vance. Inanunsyo naman po ng US Central Command sa social media na inalis na po ng Estados Unidos ang naval blockade sa mga daungan at baybayin ng Iran. Nilinaw naman po ng CENTCOM na mananatili ang mga US naval assets sa Middle East para tiyaking masusunod ang lahat ng aspeto ng kasunduan. Sa isang advisory, sinabi po ng Joint Maritime Information Center ang pagtatapos ng blockade. Pero pinayuhan nito ang mga commercial ship na makipag-ugnayan sa US-NATO Naval Coordination and Guidance for Shipping. Sa isa pang advisory, sinabi po ng Information Center na bumaba na sa moderate ang antas ng banta sa seguridad sa Strait of Hormuz. Ang pagbawi sa blockade ang ika-4 sa 14 na puntos ng Memorandum of Understanding. Dapat tuluyang matapos ang blockade sa loob po ng 30 araw. Ika-5 puntos naman ang tungkol sa ligtas at libreng pagdaan sa Strait of Hormuz. Sa loob po ng 60 araw, hindi maniningil ang Persian Gulf State Authority ng Iran para sa pagdaan doon. Alinsunod sa MOU, aalisin din ng Iran ang mga mine at iba pang military obstacles sa Strait of Hormuz sa loob po ng 30 araw. Nilagdan po ni Donald Trump ang Memorandum of Understanding habang naghahapunan kasama po si French President Emmanuel Macron sa palasyo ng Versailles kasunod po ng G7 Summit. Pumayag na po ang Iran na bawasan ng i-downblend ang kanilang enriched uranium kapalit po ng pag-aalis ng ilang economic sanctions sa Estados Unidos. Pero marami pa rin po ang hindi kumbinsido sa kasunduan. Tinawag po ng ibang Israel analysts ang deal bilang isang strategic setback dahil hindi nito umano natupad ang mga pangunahing issue tulad po ng missile program ng Iran at ang impluwensya nito sa mga kaalyadong grupo sa rehiyon. May lumalaki ring pangamba na pwedeng magbago ang balanse ng kapangyarihan ng Middle East habang lumalakas ang impluwensya ng Iran sa ilalim ng bagong kasunduan. Ang nabalitaan ko, Ricky, di ba, binabalita natin ilang araw sa Switzerland. Parang hindi na matutuloy yung Switzerland dahil nga pinirmahan na.
Ayan na, yan na. To cease to believe, sabi ko sa'yo, di ba? Ayan o, believe na ako. Okay, nakapirma na silang dalawa.
Kaya nga, so hindi na sila pupunta ng Switzerland.
Sayang, di ba sabi mo, ultra
mega,
lux.
Uber
lux.
posh.
Di ba tayo na lang daw pupunta doon, Pati?
Good luck. Okay, Ricky girl.
Samantala naman po, ginugulita ngayong araw ang ika-100 at 65 kaarawan ni Dr. Jose Rizal, ang ating pambansang bayaring na patuloy na humuhubog sa kamalayan ng mga Pilipino hanggang sa kasalukuyan. Hindi na bago sa atin ang mga kwento tungkol sa kanyang mga nagawa para sa bansa, ang kanyang mga sinulat, ang kanyang mga ideya, at ang kanyang matatag na paninindigan para sa kalayaan at katarungan. Pero alam niyo ba, na mula pa sa kanyang pagkabata, kitang-kita na po ang kanyang natatanging talento at husay sa iba't iba pang larangan. Sa murang edad, naipakita na niya ang kakaibang talino na sa bandang huli ay magiging haligi ng kanyang pagiging isa sa pinakamahalagang tao sa kasaysayan ng Pilipinas. Panoorin po natin ito.
Isinilang si Jose Rizal sa isang may kayang pamilya sa Calamba, Laguna noong June 19, 1861. Ikapito siya sa mga anak ni na Francisco Rizal Mercado at Teodora Alonzo E. Quintos. Sakiting bata si Jose. Mababa ang kanyang timbang at may kahinaan ang pangangatawan. Ginawan siya ng kanyang ama ng sarili niyang kubo na gawa sa nipa kung saan siya naglalaro buong araw. May sarili din siyang yaya, isang matandang babae na nag-alaga sa kanya at sa kanyang kalusugan. Mahina man ang pangangatawan, nakitaan naman si Jose ng likas na talino at husay. Itinuring siyang child prodigy o batang may mga kamangha-manghang katangian o kakayahan. Sa edad nga na 3 taon ay natutunan na niya ang alpabeto at sa edad na 5 taon, nakakabasa at nakakasulat na siya. Maaga ring nahilig si Jose sa pagbabasa. Impluwensya ito ng kanyang ina na nagpakilala sa kanya sa mundo ng literatura. Isa sa mga librong pinabasa kay Rizal ng kanyang ina noong bata pa siya ay ang Biblia. Habang lumalaki, kinakitaan si Jose ng husay sa iba't ibang sining tulad ng pagguhit. Naging mahusay rin siya sa eskultura o paglililok. Sinasabing nakagawa si Rizal ng humigit kumulang na 40 na eskultura na gawa sa plaster, terracotta, wax at clay. Isa pa sa mga nakahiligan ni Jose ay ang musika. Bagamat hindi siya nakitaan ng natural na husay dito, nagsumikap siya para matuto. Nag-aral siyang tumugtog ng flute at piano. Nag-aral din siya ng voice culture o ang tamang pamamaraan ng pag-awit. Hindi man siya itinuring na mahusay na musiko o mga awit, masasabing naging kompositor din siya. Lumikha siya ng sarili niyang mga kanta gamit ang mga tulang isinulat din niya. Kabilang sa mga komposisyon ni Jose ang Kundiman ni Rizal, Alinmang Lahi at Leonor. Bukod sa sining, maaga ring nagka-interes si Jose sa natural sciences at sa medisina. Likas siyang mausisa tungkol sa kanyang paligid. Nangolekta siya ng mga halaman, insekto at kung ano-anong bagay na kanya namang pinag-aralan. Noong 11 taon siya, pumasok si Jose sa Ateneo Municipal de Manila. Dahil likas na matalino at mahilig mag-aral, nakakuha siya ng matataas na grado sa iba't ibang paksang aralin, kabilang ang natural history, chemistry, physics at philosophy. Habang nasa Ateneo, nagpatuloy rin ang hilig niya sa pagbabasa. Kabilang sa mga madalas niyang basahin ay ang mga nobela. Sumulat rin siya ng mga tula at isang maikling zarzuela, ang Hunta al Pasig. Nagtapos siya sa Ateneo sa edad na 16 na taon. Bagamat sakitin siya noong bata, naging mahusay si Jose sa iba't ibang laro. Sa katunayan, nahilig din siya sa martial arts, partikular ang fencing, na naging isa sa mga paborito niyang libangan. Mahilig ding mag-aral ng iba't ibang lengguwahe si Jose. Sinasabi ngang marunong siyang magsalita sa hindi bababa sa 22 lengguwahe. Para kay Rizal, malaking bentahe ang pagkakaroon ng kaalaman sa iba't ibang lengguwahe at napatunayan niya ito nang mapadpad siya sa Europa. Doon nagawa niyang makipag-usap sa wikang French, German, Italian at English.
Oras po, alas 9:36 na po. At dahil nga today is the birthday of Gat Jose Rizal, sa aming pagbabalik makakausap po natin si Maxine Cruz, 6th generation descendant ng ating national hero. Kaya very interesting yan. Marami po tayong kukunin ng mga marites.
Direct na.
Direct na, oo, para direct the source.
Yes.
At sa pagbabalik po ng ASPN.
Ano sa palagay niyo?
Ang sigaw ng Pinoy Nation. Information
When a story starts with faith, it can only grow further and stronger. As time passes by, we learn about your story. In an institution of exceptional healthcare, with genuine Christian compassion, we care about you. With a safe, secured, and sanitized environment, accompanied by a team of trusted healthcare professionals, we're built this way to serve you better. By providing affordable health services to general population, we want what's best for you. Because at New Era General Hospital, everyone matters.
Feel it? Do you like it? Do you want it?
So good! I love it!
Okay, then buckle up, put the pedal to the metal, and let's ride. Rev.
Ganda mga kada, pero Freshness Thursday!
Actually, according to science, ang best predictor ng long-term relationship is 0 to 3 years age gap lang.
Ice cream.
Ice cream naman.
Soy sauce.
Okay.
Parang weird talaga yun, no? Go, Michelle! Go, Michelle!
Real talk, real women, and real life. Dito lang sa Kada Umaga!
Let's get together. Sunday 25. Sunday 25.
Oras, alas 9:39 na po ng umaga at kasama na natin via Zoom. Nasa Fort Santiago mismo siya. Di ba sa Intramuros? Dahil nga today is the birthday of her great lolo. Si,
Great-great-grandpa.
Oo, great lolo.
Okay.
Si Jose Rizal. Magandang umaga, Miss Maxine Cruz, 6th generation descendant of Dr. Jose Rizal.
Good morning, Maxine!
Good morning, Miss Pat, Miss Ricky, and of course to all of your viewers. Magandang umaga po, galing sa Fort Santiago, Intramuros. So,
Ayan. Baka you can make
right behind me on site.
Maxine, because today is the birthday nga of Gat Jose Rizal. What is the significance of Fort Santiago? Why are you there? Is there a celebration? Tell us all about it.
So right now, the family is inside Fort Santiago. We do have like a small ceremony and a bit of a celebration. So we will be unveiling paintings which will be donated to the Rizal Shrine, which is actually inside Fort Santiago. And the significance to Rizal's life would be, this is where he was held prisoner right before he died. So that's why we are here.
Okay. Maxine, you're the 6th descendant. How are you related? Is it your father, your mother, who is a direct descendant of Jose Rizal?
Kumbaga family tree.
Ano yung family tree? Kasi di ba malaking pamilya. Si Jose Rizal, ilan ba sila magkakapatid?
So there are many kids. Not everybody had children. So not everybody has descendants, including Jose himself.
Yes,
His child unfortunately did not survive shortly after birth. So I am related to his sister Maria. So his older sister, or in our terms, his closest ate. So if Rizal is the 7th child, Maria is the 6th. So she is my grandmother's great-grandmother. And then so she birthed who eventually became my great-great-great-grandfather. And then my great-grandmother, my grandmother, and then my dad, and then me. So that's how we're related. And we're a very big family, of course, since most of his siblings had children as well.
Okay.
Diba? Ang sarap i-diagram niyan, ano? Para makita natin, diba?
So, ilan sila magkakapatid? 11 ba? Basta alam ko,
11.
11. Ayan,
If I'm not mistaken, only 9 or less had children.
Or less pa yun.
Or less, samantalang si Ka Jose, di ba? Sabi mo nga, wala din siyang anak, ano? So, Maxine, it's very interesting that, you know, you grew up knowing that you are the great-great-great-granddaughter of our national hero. At what point in your life did you realize na, hey, flex pala ito, no? Na, you know, I just don't learn about him in school, but he's actually related to me.
Actually, super funny story, but I was very young. Like, I think I was still in grade 1 because in school, of course, there was always buwan ng wika, linggo ng wika. And at the time, the school year would start close to Independence Day and then June 19 kaagad. So what happened was, one time, like, I was doing research about it for a school project, and my dad was like, oh, you know what? You're related. You're related to Jose Rizal. So I was like, wow. So,
by the way lang,
Yeah.
Okay. So ito, so growing up also, so you learned everything, di ba? Parang ang daming libro about Jose Rizal, no? Now, being inside the family, can you tell us what's the biggest misconception or myth about your lolo?
Okay, so first, before tackling the misconception, like I just say na as a descendant, I still had to do my due diligence for researching on his life, studying in school. So imagine my workload was what I learned in school, so the things we were taught. And then aside from that, 3 years ago, my lola dropped off this big box of all of her Rizal memorabilia, including documents that are both published and unpublished. So I really made sure to study all of that. So now, to the misconception, I think this is also a bit controversial. The biggest misconception would be that he is babaero or a playboy. Because,
really?
Yes, because of course in school, diba, we're required to memorize all the names of his girlfriends. But as I studied him, as I read his letters, you realize that not everyone was his girlfriend. In big year of 2026, they are situationships, talking stages na hindi natuloy. So, or simply women who he crossed paths with, who maybe he liked but didn't reciprocate, or who liked him that he didn't reciprocate naman. So, actually, the ones who are really his girlfriends are a lot less than what we're told.
Pangalanan mo na sino mo naging girlfriend.
I was going to say,
Well, of
I
course.
always thought that he was a one-man woman because it's only the name of Josephine Bracken that keeps coming up. There are no other names.
Yeah.
So, was Josephine Bracken his one true love? Yun na nga, di ba? Ano ba yung story? Nag-asawa ba sila? Sila yung nag-asawa ba?
Yes, yes, actually, because I can't say that Josephine was his only love, but she was definitely his last. Because they were able to
I'm curious.
get married. Like, they were able to get married. Well, in the eyes of law, they were able to get married. And I think that was the closest he had to a love story, to a proper marriage, because they were able to live together na. They were together in the Pitan.
Yeah.
But before that, of course, there was the most popular, si Leonor Rivera.
Leonor
the first one. Yes, the
Leonor,
first
yeah.
one I see as his puppy love is Segunda Katigbak. And then there was this girl from Japan named Osei Stan, who I think he really liked, because in his diary he said his month in Japan was like his golden month. I mean, some people argue na he nearly wanted to give up the revolution for her, of course. But of course, all we have are the diary entries. Syempre, I can't speak for Rizal, but those are the stories that we talk about internally, and of course, what we read about, like in those letters and diaries. So, yes, then of course, there was Nelly Busted, who he had pa a duel with one of the Luna brothers over, because I think yes, as in like they really like were going to yes, they're really going to
old-fashioned duel.
Yes, old-fashioned duel. Like they're really going to duel each other, because I think at the time Jose and the girl had already broken up, but he told his friend, you know, if you're going to date, be nice to her, be good to her, take care of her, because she's a great girl. So ayan, nag-duel pa sila.
Ang dami pala, no? Akala ko si Josephine may Lenore Rivera. So, recap lang natin. Lenore Rivera, Segunda Katigbak. Who's the Japanese girl again?
Osei-san.
Osei-san. And Nelly
Busted.
Busted. Okay.
Busted, yes.
Busted. Okay.
Kasi tinitignan ko nga, I don't know if you were able to watch our little tribute to your lolo, no? Pero sabi ko na siguro, if he lived at this generation now, nakakita mo, may kaya sa buhay, matalino. And now you're saying, such a gentleman, romantiko. Talaga,
super.
Diba? Ang dami talaga ma-in-love sa kanya. Pero siya kaya, ito, I'm very curious because I've actually seen the list. I actually saw the list of his girls. Physically, parang wala naman silang, there's no common denominator eh. Kasi iba-iba, limbawa kasi Katigbak, she's more morena, di ba? Di ba? Parang gano'n, no? Tapos, of course, the Japanese is Japanese, di ba?
Yes, and then Josephine Bracken is Irish.
Oo, Tisay. So what is the, ano yung talagang type ni Lolo Joe? Ano yung sa tingin mo, what's the common denominator among these women?
You know, I think he was somebody who fell for personality and proximity, because what I noticed is, like, Segunda Katigbak, Leonor Rivera, they were in his area, like they were in a literal sense in his orbit. And then same with Osei-san, same with Nelly Busted, with Josephine Bracken. Somehow they were in his orbit, and because of that, he got to know them really well. So I think he was somebody who fell for personality. And something I always say is, I think Jose was a man written by a woman, which is why if he were alive today, I think he'd also be such a hit, because imagine, he grew up with mostly sisters, he was very close to his mom, so he's very much raised and written by a woman. Ayan.
So, Maxine, aside from his love life, what other urban legends are out there about your Lolo Jose na talagang kailangan, you want to set the record straight man lang? So, aside from him, yun na nga, akala ko one-man woman, pero at least, no, he had a very normal love life, colorful love life, di ba? So, ano pa yung mga ibang misconceptions about him or urban legends na hindi dapat naman, yun nga na, as much as possible, you'd like to lay truthfully?
Okay, so on the lighter side, of course, I always hear the story of that he was Jack the Ripper, or that he fathered Hitler. Those are the those are the most common theories I hear. Pero more realistically, and in the Philippine setting, of course, we know Sir Rizal as one of our smartest people ever. But I think it's important to remember that in college, he didn't always get the best grades. I mean, of course, he got very high, excellent grades, but somewhere in college, he was also a shifty, and he also didn't get the same grades that he would get in like grade school or high school. So I think it's important to remember that na it wasn't even because he was having a hard time in school. It was really just circumstance. And then, like, the fact that he was a shifty in college for me is very important because it reminds us that, yes, he's this great guy, he's a national hero, but he didn't always have it figured out. Like, he changed his mind. He found him, like, he was on a discovery in college as well. So, if our national hero is like that, then we can give ourselves a little grace, cut ourselves a little slack.
Yeah.
Ala, nako, exciting pa naman ang ating
Maxine, where are you? Nako, yung very nice, no? Parang binibigyan talaga na siya, yung he was normal.
He was human.
Very normal, yun nga, shifty, very Gen Z, no? Shifty. Nagsishift lang.
Situationship.
Maxine, are you
alam
ba?
Alam ba yun? Situationship.
Okay, alam ko yun.
Wala pa si Maxine.
Hala. Oo.
Anyway.
So, yun na nga, yung, dyan ako natawa na siya yung tatay ni Hitler.
Actually, I wanted to ask, hindi ko alam kung pwede natin itanong. Pero
Hitler.
nabalitaan mo yun,
Nabalitaan
pero
ko, Jack the Ripper.
Kaya kasi nagpunta ng Germany.
Nagpunta ng Germany. At tapos, I guess, parang liit. Tapos may bigote siguro. Diba? Parang nung panahon na yun, usong-uso yung ganun yung mga bigote. Tapos ganun yung hairstyle mo na flat, diba? Tapos yung mayroon kang pomada.
Pero hindi si Hitler is not from Germany, he's from Austria.
Austria, correct.
So, malay mo, nagpunta rin siya sa Austria, diba? At sabi nga, diba, bakit daw may, estatwa si Rizal sa Germany.
Hindi lang sa Rizal, even in the States, meron siya.
In France,
sa France,
ninakaw pa nga yung boss niya dati dun
Let's get Maxine back. Is she back? Is she there?
Naku, baka nawalan ng signal or something.
Yun lang ang gusto ko pong malaman kasi ano pa yung mga... Ano pa bang alam natin? Kasi linguist siya, di ba? Ang galing niya, marunong siya mag-Spanish, mag-English, mag-Spanish, mag-French, di ba? German, I think also.
And Japanese.
And Japanese because of his girlfriend na inspired
so, hindi
siya.
pwede si Rizal sa LDR.
Long
hindi
distance.
Pwede,
kailangan katabi niya.
Nakikita niya katabi. Baka ang kanyang love language ay physical touch. Ayan na.
Okay, Maxine, to continue your very interesting story. So, where were we? She was saying about, your lolo.
Shifty. He was a shifty in Ateneo.
Sabi mo nga, cut some slack, di ba? Give ourselves some grace. He always didn't know naman what he wanted. So, continue what you were saying earlier, Maxine.
I think the signal in Intramuros is kind of bad Pero kaya na kami nakapasya sa Intramuros, Pati.
Naku, matagal na.
Ako lagi.
Sobrang matagal na.
Last year.
Last year. Kamusta? Pero very interesting sa mga ayan, Maxine, are you there again? Wala. She was saying that they're commemorating.
Maxine.
Okay. There you go.
Ang ganda-ganda ni Maxine, no?
Yeah, so, mana ka ba sa lolo mo o sa lola mo?
Dapat sa lola. Ayun yung kapatid.
Yung kapatid. Maxine, can you hear us?
Kala ko nga kamukha siya ni Josephine Bracken, no?
Kamukha ni Shasha.
Di ba? Oo nga, di ba?
May Shasha, may parang Karil.
Di ba minamarites natin siya, hindi niya alam, hindi niya tayo naririnig.
Maxine, can you hear us? Ay, nako, ano ba?
I don't think she can hear us. Oh, Maxine,
Maxine, one more time. Can you hear us? Wala. Naka-mute yata
Maxine, can you
Hello.
Ayan, okay, go ahead. Let's pick
cut for a bit.
It's all right. Let's pick up where we left off. You were saying that your lolo Jose Rizal was a shifty, and that he didn't really know exactly what he wanted. So what else are the other misconceptions about him that we should know? Not that you should set the record straight.
Debunk.
I think another one is his perspective of reformation and being a revolutionary, because it's always been this argument, like, was he a reformist or was he a revolutionary? And I think he was both, because he began as a reformist and eventually became a revolutionary. And I think another one that's the most important is, in the topic of national heroes, this goes for both him and Andres Bonifacio, is there shouldn't be a competition. Because I know that growing up, a lot of people were, who's worthy of the title? Rizal or Bonifacio? And for me, no. It's Rizal and Bonifacio, because for our freedom, they worked hand in hand along with all of their other friends, all of their other colleagues at the time, contemporaries. So there is no official law that cites that one is a national hero, and I think we have to respect that. I mean, I'm already a relative of Jose Rizal, but I think all of our heroes contributed in their own ways, and
Correct.
nobody deserves to be in competition.
I would like to ask, no, I've been very curious also about it. Kasi nga, I grew up na feeling ko, pinag-aaralan namin, pinag-aaralan namin na magkalaban sila. But in your knowledge ba, did they ever meet? Did they even ever meet?
They did. They did. They would meet, and Andres
meet.
Bonifacio was very much inspired by Jose Rizal also, because of course we know that Rizal was a writer, and you know, all of them shared this love for Florante at Laura. As in, Mabini memorized it, Andres Bonifacio would perform it, Rizal I think also memorized it, and he'd read it very often. So, you know, this is the more human side of them. The fact that they were all friends and that they did have mutual interests and ways of fighting for our freedom. So I think that's something that's very important.
Do you have like photos of them together or something like memorabilia together? Because ako, I'm a fan of history. Sobra. Lahat yata ng libro nila, pati yung tungkol kay Andres Bonifacio, binasa ko talaga. Umiiyak pa ako. That's my love. That's my romance books dati nung bata. So history books or my romance books. Did they have pictures, memorabilia together? Because nakakatuwa imagine ngayon na si Mabini pala, si Bonifacio. Barkada sila, di ba?
More than 100 years ago, no? Nag-ano sila, meron silang outing.
Yes, they'd have outings. They would actually drink together, because I remember in school they would show us pictures. I'm just not sure who was in that group picture, but it was Rizal drinking with the Luna brothers and a few others. I just can't recall right now who the others were, but there are pictures like that. Like, I guess in our terms, there are pictures of them on Tao mode. So I think it's important that we see those pictures as well, because it's different from their official portrait. It's different from what we usually see.
Maxine, maybe you should invite our viewers and listeners to visit Fort Santiago. Is the exhibit open today? Until when? Go ahead and please invite them.
All right, so everybody please drop by the Rizal Shrine in Fort Santiago. I'm not sure until when the exhibit will be. I'm not sure until when the paintings will be hanging there, because as far as I know, some of them will be moved to RCBC. But for updates on that, you can follow my Instagram at Hannah Maxine Cruz, because in the next few days, I will be releasing more about Jose Rizal. Like, I have a podcast coming up with my auntie Lola, Miss Gemma Cruz Araneta, where we discuss Jose Rizal's life backwards. And if you want the tea, the fact, it's a good place to start, hopefully. And then I'm releasing as well a short animation about Batang Jose Rizal with Archean animation on YouTube. Yes, so it's going to be fun. It's different from what I usually do on my Instagram, where I try to make history relatable and make short. So this is a new venture for all of us as a family as well. And for more, you can also check out the Rizal Foundation on Facebook. So for different events.
Your Instagram account is what is it again? Max Cruz?
At Anna Maxine Cruz.
At Anna Maxine Cruz. So for all the Rizal followers, Rizalistas, diba? Or those who want to know more about our history, Philippine history, ayan, direct from the descendant of Gat Jose Rizal.
Direct Marites. Direct from the source.
Maraming salamat, Maxine.
If you want to play his game as well, you can let me know.
Maxine,
had we been in studio together, I would have brought one and said the three of us should play together.
May game pa pala. Nako, sige, one of these days, we will ask you to come here to the studio so we can play the game of Jose Rizal.
And I want to see the pictures that you have and the memorabilia, ha?
Okay.
Pakita mo sa amin dito.
Yes, I will. I'll send it for sure, and I'm sure that's another thing to talk about as well, because there's really a lot in that box.
Okay. Thank you very much again, Miss Maxine Cruz.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Happy
for
birthday.
having me.
Thank you for
Happy birthday.
gracing
Thank you
us.
so much.
Happy birthday to your lolo. Thank you.
Thank you, Maxine.
Thank you so much.
Okay. At ang oras, alas 9:57 na po ng umaga. Meron pa tayong showbiz pasilip. Si Lea Salonga, ibinahagi po ang kanyang amazing experience sa BTS concert sa Busan, sa Korea. Hindi may tago ng international theater star na si Lea Salonga ang kanyang kasiyahan matapos makadalo sa concert ng world-renowned K-pop group na BTS sa Busan, South Korea. Sa kanyang social media post, inilarawan niya ang buong karanasan bilang amazing at sulit na sulit sa kabila daw ng pagod na kanyang naramdaman matapos ang event. Ayon pa sa Broadway diva, sumakit man ang kanyang mga paa at nangalay ang kanyang mga binti, naging napakasayahan pa rin ng kanyang panonood sa grupo. Makikita rin po sa kanyang mga ibinahaging larawan ang pagiging certified army ni Lea habang hawak ang opisyal na light stick ng BTS sa loob ng stadium. Samantala, ikinatuwa rin ng maraming BTS fans dito sa Pilipinas dahil nadagdagan ang K-pop supergroup ng BTS na isa pang araw para sa Bulacan leg ng kanilang arirang world tour. Ayon po sa kanilang local promoter, gaganapin po ang third-day concert sa March 16, 2027. Magkakaroon po ng Army membership pre-sale para sa mga ticket mula alas 9 ng umaga hanggang alas 10 po ng gabi ngayong araw na ito, June 19, at magsisimula naman po ang general sale ng alas 9 ng umaga bukas, June 20. Samantala, para naman po sa mga F4 fans, excited na po ang millennial fans dahil 8 araw na lang mula ngayon ay June 27 na at sunod na Sabado na yan. Masasaksihan na F Forever First World Concert Tour. Nagaganapin po, syempre, walang iba kundi sa Philippine Arena sa Ciudad de Victoria, Bocaue, Bulacan. Dagdag na magandang balita dyan ay inanunsyo na rin po na may mga pa-carpool papuntang Philippine Arena at ihatid din po sa pick-up point pagkatapos ng concert. Aba, making it very convenient para dyan sa F Forever. At ang oras, alas 10 na po ng umaga. Bilang mga Pilipino, masipag po tayo, matiisin at inuunan natin ang ating pamilya. Ngunit po sa dami ng ating responsibilidad, madalas natin nakakalimutan alagaan ang ating sariling kalusugan. Kaya tandaan po natin, ang malakas na katawan ay mahalaga upang patuloy tayo makapagtrabaho, makapag-alaga ng pamilya at ma-enjoy ang buhay. Ang King's Herbal Plus ay isang all-natural food supplement na may 80 powerful ingredients mula sa herbs, fruits, and vegetables for men and women na tumutulong sa overall wellness at vitality ng katawan. At bilang pasasalamat sa inyong patuloy na suporta, may 1 milyong pasasalamat promo ang King's Herbal Plus kung saan maaari kayong manalo ng hanggang 500,000 pesos in cash. Mabibili po ang King's Herbal Plus sa Mercury Drug, Watson, South Star Drug, Rose Pharmacy at iba pang leading drugstores nationwide. King's Herbal Plus, balik lakas, balik sigla, hatid ay pag-asa at saya. At bago kami magpaalam, happy graduation day po to Kimberly Curimao with honors from brother Ronald Curimao.
Ay, ibatiin na rin natin ang new era kasi ngayon po yung graduation ng kanilang nursing students. Pamela Una. Yan, so congratulations po sa mga magulang at sa mga bata.
nurse.
At magagaling yan,
magagaling ng new era. Okay.
Tandaan po dito sa ASPN, mahalaga ang inyong palagay. Mahalagang bahagi yan ng paghahanap natin sa katotohanan. Kaya sa bawat issue na papanahon, parti po kayo ng diskusyon.
At tandaan po, ang buhay hindi pa tagalan, ha? Kung hindi pa sarapan. Kaya sulitin po natin, tawanan lang po natin ating mga problema. Mag-food trip tayo ng masarap, lalo ng weekend ngayon. Gumala at gumawa tayo ng masasayang alaala at patuloy pa rin tayong manalangin. At susunod na po dyan ang Kada Umaga, Girls.
Alas 9:30 po ng gabi, mamaya, Mata ng Adla International dito lang sa Net 25. And happy weekend!
Happy weekend! See you all on Monday! Hi, salamat weekend na!